Hi guys, it's Mark with Oak Hills Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men. Our WAVE technology is backed by 60 clinical studies, including from Cambridge University. It's been shown to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED, call us now. And not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, but we'll also include something unique that produces powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that one, guys. Trust me. This unprecedented offer is worth $600, but it's free to those who call in the next 2 minutes. Call 215-302-9999. That's 215-302-9999. Guys, put a stop to your ED and get your life back. Call Oak Hills Medical Clinic now to qualify. 215-302-9999.
For the early-to-rise road trippers, the late-night truck drivers, or even the bucket list checking baseball fans, your Wyndham is waiting, no matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands to choose from like La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8, there's a hotel by Wyndham for everyone. Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of minor league baseball. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com. Restrictions apply. Visit website for more details.
You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phillies Baseball on the R Phillies Radio Network. Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Bob McCool and Jake Starr.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome FirstEnergy Stadium. We are live. It is the pregame show presented to you by Mike's Sandwich Shop. And it's right in Reading Fightin' Phillies and the New Hampshire Fisher Cats getting set to go for Game 3 of a 6-game series. Right now, that series is even at 1 apiece. Fisher Cats won big on Tuesday. Phillies came back with the win last night to even the series. Griff McGarry gets his first start of the 2023 season for the Phillies tonight. Tickets are still available if you want to make it out. You're watching us live on Facebook. You can still make it out to see the Fightins and the Fisher Cats tonight. 6:45 is first pitch. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. The man in the middle is one of the stars of last night's victory, Taylor Lehman, coming out of the bullpen, big left-hander, 6'8". We pushed him as far back as we could just to give a little bit of a perspective because he's so tall. Well, Taylor, let's talk a little bit about last night's game. Tyler Phillips was brilliant through the first 6 innings, just kind of started to run out of steam, got himself in a jam in the 7th, 2 on, nobody out. They made the call to bring you in. My question is, you've come into clean innings, started an inning yourself, you've come into innings like that with a jam. Do you have to have the same mindset to come into that situation, or does it have to be a different mindset when you come into something like that?
I try to have the same mindset every time, no matter what the situation is, and just go right at the hitters. But, you know, you try to be not a little more careful, but you have to pick and choose what pitches you throw, especially with guys in scoring position in a close game like that. So I was just trying to get a ground ball, whatever way I could, whether that was a fastball in, which that's how it was, or a breaking ball down, but worked out. And, I just got to go right at guys. Can't give up any free bags there.
Yeah, it was first and second and nobody out. You get the ground ball you're talking about, you get the double play, and then the out to get out of it. So it was very quickly and out of it. Your adrenaline has to be sky high, and then that quickly the inning's over, and your night is over with as well. It's a fast finish, but it's that's the life of a relief pitcher.
Yeah, you sometimes you feel that adrenaline until the game ends because it takes a little bit to wear off. Comes quick and then stays for a little bit, but no, it was good. That was like a perfect game from a starter bullpen standpoint, like 6 innings strong, and then 3 ones to finish it out. Everyone threw the ball well, and can't ask for much more.
So we've had a couple conversations with some guys, Tyler Phillips, Ethan Lindell. We talked about just the ability to go back and forth from starter to reliever and how that changes your mindset. You're somebody who, at least for this year, has been pretty much just a reliever. So your mindset's obviously a little bit different than a starter. So if you can kind of just walk our fans through, what's a reliever mindset like on a typical day? You're throwing, but, you don't know if you're going to get in or not.
Yeah. You just almost have to be ready at any time. You kind of read the game, kind of know what situation you're going to come into. Like last night, with Tyler cruising, you're thinking, unless something crazy happens, like we're probably not going to have a call till the 5th, 6th, 7th. So, but you just got to stay locked in. You kind of pay attention to what the hitters are doing, and just know, like, if you are coming in, who you're going to face and what your plan is to get them out.
We're here to talk with Taylor Lehman. Well, let's talk a little bit about Tyler Phillips last night. He had a perfect game going through 6 innings, and we don't want to talk about it. And it's the old superstition in baseball. Nobody wants to talk about it. You guys know what was going on, and what did you guys do in the bullpen?
Yeah, well, we don't talk about it either. Whether you know it or not, no one says anything. Some guys realize. Some guys actually don't realize. I mean, they know he's cruising, but they don't, unless you're really watching the board, sometimes you miss that because there's no walks on the board, so you never know. But, no, yeah, we don't talk about it either. But, it's always in the back of some of our minds. But, yeah, no, he was awesome last night.
You're very familiar with Reading, back for another season. Just, talk us through what it's been like playing here, playing in front of these fans, and what this experience has been so far.
It's been great. This is part of 3 years I've been here. I was here in 21, got injured, and then once I rehabbed last year, came back for the end of the year. But no, it's a great place. They call it Baseball Town for a reason. The fans are great. The community's great. I had a few buddies who grew up here, and they were telling me about it, and then once I got here I understood it a little more, but it's an awesome place to play.
You're a Pennsylvania kid. You grew up in Pittsburgh. You played at Penn State University. But the injury situation, you talked about it. You had the injury, the elbow injury, had to have the surgery on your elbow. Most pitchers seem to talk about the fact that the mental piece of it is even worse than the physical rehab. Do you find that to be the case?
Yeah. It is initially, but once you get past it, I kind of looked at it like, hey, there's nothing I can do. I have to get surgery. I know it's going to be about a year. I think sometimes when you have a timeline, it's a little bit easier because you realize there's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, once you get over that mental thing, it's, just got to take care of business day in, day out. And then, it worked out for me. I came back better than I was before, but that's, day in and day out of rehab, just taking care of business every day.
And on the field, mindset's a big thing talked about by pitchers, and I think it's safe to assume starters and relievers probably have somewhat different mindsets. You're someone who's going to come in 2 innings at a time, got to get out of a jam, where starters more working into a game, 4, 5, 6 innings at a time. So what's your mindset like as a reliever when you said staying locked in, staying ready, but when you step on that mound, walk us through what's going through your head in a given moment.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I've done both, but as a reliever, you come in right away. You're giving, you're throwing everything at them from the get-go because, like you said, it might be 1 inning, might be 1 out, might be 2 innings. You really don't know. But I just try to mix everything up, go right at guys, and especially with runners on base, just do whatever I can to strand those guys.
Talked about you being a Pittsburgh guy and the guy catching you last night and been there a number of times. Max McDowell, also a Pittsburgh guy. You guys have any kind of symbiotic relationship as in a Pittsburgh connection?
No, we actually met at spring training. I think he's 2 years older than me, so we were in different divisions in high school, never played against each other. I knew who he was, but yeah, we didn't meet until spring training. We have a few mutual friends that we've kind of figured out through just having conversations, but no, he's great behind the dish, and lucky to have him on our team this year.
You just talk about this group as a whole. It's slower start to the season. I picked it up as of late. Last week at Hartford, arguably best week overall of this season. Just inside that locker room, the key word I think everyone said has been fight. You guys have fought all year long. But first, from that inside perspective, what have you seen with this group that catalyzes that fight in this team where they really just never quit?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great group. Some of the guys were here last year. Some guys are new, but no, we have a lot of fun. We all play hard. We all trust each other, and a lot of those games were tight. We just came out on the short end, but no, we have fun out there, and that's part of it. I think we have fun and play hard, and trust our preparation, and just let the rest take care of itself.
We're live from Tompkins Plaza outside of FirstEnergy Stadium. This is the pregame show presented to you by Mike's Sandwich Shop right down the road from where we sit here in the Stadium District. Let's hook you up for lunch and or dinner, Mike's Sandwich Shop. Talking with Taylor Lehman, one of the big piece of the bullpen for the Fightins throughout this season. Taylor, the role of the relief pitcher kind of changed. You mentioned last night it was kind of a typical game and 6 innings and then get 1, 2, and 3. But that role seems to be changing over the course of baseball. and the idea of setup man versus a closer is kind of gone away. There's more of closer by committee. Your thoughts on that as a guy who is looking to be somewhere in someone's bullpen in the major leagues?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's good to be able to do different roles. Obviously the biggest difference starting and relieving, but from a relieving standpoint, there's multiple things you can do: long relief, middle relief, short relief, back end. But now I think we have a lot of guys that can do it all, and that helps too. We don't have to rely on certain guys for certain roles. Where you can throw pretty much any of us in there at any time, and trust that we can get out of that.
A change to Major League Baseball this year, and something that the minors have been adjusting to for a couple of years now, has been the pitch clock. So when the pitch clock came into effect, how did you have to alter your approach, if you did at all, to adjust to that new clock?
Yeah, I've always tried to work pretty quick anyway, but once you have the clock on you, you have no choice. I think it was hard for some guys, easier for others, but it's more with runners on base. That's when it becomes a little more difficult, when you have to do multiple signs, shake signs. So it was more of an adjustment period last year. I think we all were able to, figure it out. But it's not a bad thing. Once you get adjusted to it, it's like it's not even there.
Jake, I asked you about the chemistry of this baseball team, and everybody we talk to seems to think that you guys all know that you're good enough to be at the top of the standings as opposed to where you are right now. And I'm assuming that a lot of that comes from the guy who's running the show. You've been around a number of coaches in your baseball career. Al Padrique is kind of a different guy because he's been through everything in the baseball world. What's it been like for you working under Al Padrique?
He's awesome. He lets us play. He, coaches us up when needed, but he's been great. I met him at spring training this year and had some good conversations, and I think you can ask anybody and they all would probably have the same answer.
And Brad Bergeson, your pitching coach too. How's it been working under him so far?
It's been great. So I was with Bergie here in 21 as well, and I've been with him every year at spring training. He's awesome. He does it all for us. Whatever, whether it's like a numbers thing, physical change, whatever it is we need to work on, he's been great.
You also got an opportunity with a couple of big leaguers here over the course of the last week or so in injury rehab. Nick Nelson was here, Ranger Suarez was here. You get the opportunity, or do you seek out their opportunity to kind of pick their brain a little bit?
Yeah, they're both good dudes. They're both approachable guys. It's fun watching them and seeing what they do, like almost from just on the sidelines, watching from the bullpen. But it's also cool to talk to guys like that.
You talked about those big leaguers that you played with, but you also have, a couple guys like got Abel, who's looked really good on the mound. Phillips, like you said, 6 innings strong from those guys. As a reliever, when you have guys that are getting to a point consistently where they're giving you 5, 6, maybe even 7 innings a night, does it put you at ease a little bit in the bullpen, knowing that, okay, like we only need to get 6 outs, 9 outs, maybe 12 outs tonight, as opposed to some days where, okay, we got to come in the third and we got a uphill climb here?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, when your starter gives you 5 or 6, even 7, it makes it a lot easier on us. But, we're ready if that doesn't happen, though, So either way, I think we're in a good spot. But when you do get those strong starts, you know that, like you said, like we go 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, 9, like last night. And it's, you like your chances.
We're talking with the Reading Fightin' Phillies relief pitcher Taylor Lehman. Jake Starr and Bob McCool, we talk for a living, you pitch for a living, so we notice how people talk. And the people in Pittsburgh talk a little different. So if you walk down the street to Mike's Sandwich Shop and order a pizza, are you ordering a slice or a cut?
I'm ordering a slice.
You're not ordering a cut? That's a Pittsburgh thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just grew up saying slice. I was at Mike's Sandwich Shop earlier today, but I'll take note of that and see what I say next time.
How about a soda or a pop?
A pop guy.
What about sub or hoagie?
Hoagie.
Oh, we like that. So, just to finish up here, like we've talked about before, me and you have connected. I'm a Penn Stater, you're a Penn Stater.
I can't believe it's taken this long before Penn State has come up with
We got about 10 minutes tonight, so pretty impressive. But I'm going to go rapid-fire Penn State questions at you because I know a big contingent of our fans are Penn State fans, and they'll love to hear it. So some rapid-fire questions for you. You ready? All right, let's go. Favorite creamery flavor?
Chocolate.
Any specific type of chocolate or just chocolate?
No, I'll just get normal. I'd get a chocolate milkshake when I would go there. Pretty simple, but just honest.
Favorite restaurant downtown State College?
For a quick bite, it's not there anymore because I was there last fall, but we would go to Bradley's Cheesesteaks all the time.
Bradley's Cheesesteaks. Favorite non-baseball sports memory while you were there?
Probably that Ohio State football game. I want to say would that have been 2016 maybe? 2016.
2016.
Return the field goal for a touchdown.
Favorite baseball memory at Penn State?
Baseball. That's a tough one. There's a lot. I don't know. I'm trying to think of that. That's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, probably just like, it was probably sophomore year. We were in the fight for the Big Ten tournament, and we had a great group of guys that year. It literally came down to the last game. So I'd say just the whole season that year.
You're a left-handed pitcher. You have clearly made the right decision in your life to be a baseball player, but you're also 6'8" and 240 pounds. While you're at Penn State, wasn't there anybody at any point in time saying, you might make a decent tight end?
No, I never got that. The tight ends that we had there were the same size as me at the time, so I think they had a little upper hand on me.
Thanks very much. Taylor Lehman joining us on the Mike Sandwich Shop pregame show. First pitch coming your way in a matter of moments, live on the Reading Fightin Phillies radio network. Again, the Reading Phils and the New Hampshire Fisher Cats coming your way next. International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Phils Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Phils fans, see an Phils road game, meet with an Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phil's fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Baseball Town, FirstEnergy Stadium, the site. Reading Fightin Phillies and the New Hampshire Fisher Cats set to go for Game 3 of a 6-game homestand here for the Fightins. Right now, the series is even at 1 apiece. New Hampshire won Game 1, 14-2 on Tuesday morning, and the Phils came back with a 6-5 victory last night to even the series. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool, and it's time for us to take a look at our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup. For the Fisher Cats, Stuart Baroa will be in the leadoff spot tonight. He's in left field. Miguel Geraldo is batting second and playing second. Damiano Palmigiani is batting third, and at first base, Will Robertson is the cleanup hitter bat in the DH. Luis De Los Santos is at shortstop tonight, and he's batting fifth. Arelvis Martinez back in the starting lineup today. He's batting sixth, and at third base, Sebastian Espino is batting seventh, and in right field, batting eighth as the catcher, Kekai Rios, and batting ninth is the center fielder, Zach Cook. All that's a bit interesting, but not as interesting, Jake Starr, as the guy who's on the mound for the Fightin Phils, and that is right-hander Griff McGarry.
Griff McGarry, the Phillies' number 3 prospect, 6'2", 190, right-handed pitcher, just 23 years of age, a 5th-round selection in 2021, born in San Francisco, California, and the Bay Area kid, making his first start for the Fightins in 2023. Started the year off on the 7-day injured list. Well, it was a lot longer than 7 days, about a month you could say. But I know Fightins fans are really excited to have Griff McGarry back, who provided a lot of excitement in 2022 with Reading. He was 1-3 over 8 games with a 2.20 ERA. Overall, it was 4-8 with a 3.71 ERA in 2022 that included 12 games in Jersey Shore, 8 in Reading, and even 7 with AAA Lehigh Valley, all out of the bullpen. He did make 1 rehab start in Clearwater last week, went an inning against Lakeland, a hit, run, earned run, home run, and 2 strikeouts, 15 pitches, 11 walks. For McGarry, who will flash upper 90s and a nice curveball as well, but I think the big conversation is going to be, and we'll have it tonight, we'll have it all year long, long-term, where does McGarry pan out to be? And there's a guy sitting front row behind home plate who has his eyes on McGarry tonight.
And his first pitch is a fastball at 98 on the inside corner. The guy that Jake is alluding to happens to be the president of baseball operations for the Philadelphia Phillies, Dave Dombrowski, sitting right behind home plate watching one of his prize prospects. And the second pitch to Baroa is also a fastball that Stuart Baroa fouls off. And so Griff McGarry quickly works ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Again, plus on a fastball for McGarry, and an outstanding curveball as well, and a pretty good slider. Changeup is his 4th pitch, and he comes with 3 straight fastballs, and Baroa swings and misses at the 3rd. So 3 pitches and 1 strikeout for McGarry, 1 down here in the top of the 1st inning.
McGarry went 98, 97, 96 on those 3 fastballs, and Baroa showed no intention of being able to catch up with it, so McGarry and his catcher McDowell said, let's just stick with it.
That'll bring up Miguel Geraldo. Geraldo at 261 on the season. And a pitch up high to him as McGarry misses for the first time outside of the zone, but on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. And swinging at this one, fouls it straight back, so now he's even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, those 3 pitchers at the top of the prospect chart for the Philadelphia Phillies organization, Andrew Painter, Mick Abel, who will be on the mound tomorrow night here at FirstEnergy Stadium, and Griff McGarry. All 3 of them have become very good friends. In fact, all 3 of them shared roommates with one another in spring training. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Geraldo. and comes with his first breaking ball and misses outside. The count now 2 balls and a strike to Geraldo, who was 1 for 4 in last night's game. 2-1 pitch, another breaking ball that he waves and misses at, and now the count is even at 2-2. Geraldo kind of takes a walk back behind, out of the batter's box, shakes his head a little bit, and now gets back in and set to go on a 2-2 count, 1 down here, top of the first. And swings and misses again. Back-to-back strikeouts now to start this first inning. And that will bring up Damiano Palmigiani.
Yeah, McGarry, different approaches to Baroa to Geraldo. Baroa was off fastball, straight jetter. This time Geraldo mixed in set off speed stuff and had him way ahead of it.
So Palmigiani at 241 on the season. 5 extra base hits, 2 doubles, and 3 home runs. One of those home runs coming in the series opener for the Fisher Cats. Fisher Cats at 14-14 on the season. No balls and a strike now to Palmigiani. Misses way up high on the fastball. (13 RBIs on the season as well for Palmigiani. 2 for 7 so far in the first 2 games. Gets the next one over for a called strike. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
See if McGarry can make quick work of the top of this Fisher Cats lineup.
Scheduled to pitch 2 innings. And he bounces that one up there. Now it's a full count to Palmigiani.
Then we expect to see David Parkinson pitch in relief. So very similar to what we saw from Tyler Phillips a couple of weeks ago when Ranger Suarez made his rehab start. Suarez went 2. Phillips followed with 5 strong out of the bullpen.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Palmigiani. This one wrapped towards second baseman Oliver Don. Up with it and throws to first, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for McGarry in his return to baseball town. When we come back, the Fightin' Phils come to the bat for the first time on a throwback Thursday night.
Gear up for Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
Welcome back to Baseball Town, our EPAW Weather Consulting forecast for tonight. Absolutely gorgeous night here in Reading, 76 degrees, our game time temperature. A little bit of a breeze, about 6 to 8 miles an hour, blowing out to right field. EPAW Weather Consulting for public and private broadcast forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. Madison Stokes in the leadoff spot and swinging at the first pitch, rolls a slow grounder towards the second baseman Miguel Geraldo, and 1 pitch, 1 down for the Fightins here in the first. Here is our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Fightins tonight. Madison Stokes obviously leading off. Carlos De La Cruz is in the 2 spot. He's at first base. Drew Ellis in the 3 spot tonight, playing at third base. Ethan Wilson back in at the cleanup spot, batting, and he's in left field. Matthew Kroon in the 5 hole. He's playing in center field tonight. Johan Rojas came out of last night's game and not in the lineup tonight. Oliver Dunn back in the 6th hole, and at second base, Max McDowell is catching and batting 7th. McCarthy Tatum, the designated hitter tonight, batting 8th, and Garrett Whitley in right field tonight for the first time since joining the Phils. He is batting 9th. Carlos De La Cruz at .302 on the season, 6 doubles, 6 home runs, 13 RBIs. First pitch fouls it off. Second pitch takes for a strike, and now takes one for a ball. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Carlos De La Cruz, with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss as the starting pitcher for the Fisher Cats, Adam Kloffenstein, quickly gets the first 2 fights down without a problem.
Kloffenstein making his 6th start of the season, 2-2 with 2.52 ERA, 25 innings pitched, 20 hits, 10 walks, and 30 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just .222 against him. Was strong over 6 innings against Harrisburg. No runs on 7 hits in 6 innings. Picked up 8 strikeouts as well against the Senators last week.
6'5", 243-pound right-hander. He works to Drew Ellis and quickly gets ahead of him. No balls and a strike. And then misses way outside on another fastball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Defense behind Kloffenstein. Stewart Baroa is in left. Zach Cook in center. Sebastian Espino is in right field. Palmigiani is at first base. Miguel Gerardo at second. Luis De Los Santos gets the start at shortstop tonight. Arelvis Martinez is at third, and Kekai Rios behind the plate. Now it's 2 balls and a strike to Drew Ellis, hitting at .240. In his time with the Phils, 3 home runs, 3 for 6 in this series, including a home run in this series. And a solo home run in Tuesday morning's first game of the series. 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. And he's ahead in the count now, 3 balls and a strike. Offenstein working quickly, but he misses up high. And Drew Ellis is a base runner again. This time he is the first base runner of the night as he draws the walk, which will bring up Ethan Wilson. Wilson had the night off last night, at least it appeared that way. He did end up getting in at the end of the game when Rojas had to come out. Got 1 at bat and played a little bit in the outfield in the 8th and 9th inning as well. Ethan Wilson, the Eastern League Player of the Week at .351 on the season, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs. And the first pitch to him is ripped into right field. Fair or foul? It's hooking foul and off the top of the roof over the pool in right field.
Wilson crushed that one. Had some good swings in BP today. That one very similar as well.
Wilson, the number 14 prospect in the Phillies organization, left-hand hitter out of Andalusia, Alabama. Ellis takes his lead off of first. This one's way inside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Wilson went 0 for 4 in Tuesday morning's game 1 of the series. That snapped a hitting streak for him. And looking to regain that stroke. 1 ball, 1 strike. Way out in front of the off-speed pitch, and now he's behind the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Home plate umpire Tyler Whitty. Ethan Gorsak is at first base. At third base tonight is Austin Snow. Kloffenstein ahead now on Wilson, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Much more deliberate this time for Kloffenstein. He comes to the pitch and it's slapped foul and out of play. Kloffenstein when the base is empty. And the 14-second pitch clock was working very much on that 14-second pitch clock very rapidly. But now with the runner on base, slows down considerably. Delivered that pitch with 1 second left on the 18-second pitch clock with a man on base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, bottom half of the first inning. Reading Fightin Phil's New Hampshire Fisher Cats. This pitch over for a called strike 3. Wilson takes it for the 3rd and final out for the Phils in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left, 1 complete in Baseball Town. Fisher Cats nothing, Fightins nothing.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, located conveniently at 290 Morgantown Road in Reading, has been serving Berks County community with authentic Italian dishes since its grand opening in April of 1997. A wide selection of homemade Italian favorites. Be sure to enjoy an amazing meal with everyone in your family. Mimo's newly renovated space is a perfect spot for private parties and events. Proudly family-owned and operated, has been voted best in Berks on multiple occasions. This ball is driven deep into center field off the bat of Will Robertson. It's off the brick, facing in dead center field. Robinson on his horse around second, and he will roll into third base with a stand-up triple. Will Robertson, the left-handed hitter, batting cleanup, rocks one off the Redders Event Center and rolls into third base with his 10th extra base hit of the season.
Robertson was ready for a fastball, got a fastball, and drove it towards center. Kroon, I think, thought he had a play on it initially and kind of over-pursued, was too close to the wall on it, kicked off the top of the brick on that straightaway center field fence and rolled away from him. Kroon probably sits back, plays the hop, probably holds him to a double, but Robertson stands on third.
With nobody out, we'll bring Luis De Los Santos to the plate. And he rolls one to short. Madison Stokes will make the play. Robertson will come across with the run as Stokes makes the play to first base. For the infield back, they let the run come across. Robertson scores the first run of the ball game. There'll be an RBI on the ground out for De Los Santos.
And it's the top of the second inning. You're willing to trade an out for a run at this point of the game. You got to score more than one run anyway to win a game, so that's the mindset in this case. So Stokes sits back, gets the easy out at first. Now you're back to a clear situation for Griff McGarry.
Elvis Martinez now will bat. He hits a slow roller on the left side. This time it'll be Drew Ellis at third. He'll make the play and the throw across in plenty of time. One pitch and one out to get Martinez. So that quickly now 2 outs in the inning. The RBI for De Los Santos is his 10th. And it puts the Fisher Cats on top. And now it'll bring Sebastian Espino to the plate.
So far through 6 batters, 1 mistake from McGarry. Aside from that, though, I think he's looked really good. And look, the more outings he gets, the more stretched out he goes. Those mistakes will get less and less.
Pitch to Espino, over for a called strike. I'd be curious, again, the plan was to pitch 2 innings. That was his 16th pitch. So if he gets Espino quickly here, whether or not he may come back out for a third, I don't know if it was a pitch limit or just flat 2 innings.
He threw 15 6 days ago of Clearwater, so maybe you're looking at a 25 for today. He's at 16-17. David Parkinson is about to start getting loose down in the bullpen, so definitely worth keeping an eye on.
1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch to Espino, checks his swing and holds up. The pitch is high, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. Again, the fastball has been consistently upper 90s, everywhere from 96 to 99 from McGarry. And with the inside pitch on another fastball, now it's 3-1. A couple strikeouts and a slow roller in the first inning. A triple by Robertson off the wall in center field. Now McGarry trying to put away Espino, and he cannot, as he will surrender his first walk. And now man on first and 2 down. And that may have just answered the question as to whether or not McGarry will go beyond this second inning. I think this will be it for McGarry, regardless of whatever comes out of it with that walk.
Yeah, and I'll get the chance to finish the inning as David Parkinson starts to throw down in the Our Phils bullpen, but I mean, the thing is, you get 2 out of him. Parkinson, if he can give you 4 or 5 strong, you can see your way through a game. It's still early, but you can see your way through with a guy like Parkinson, who's pitching on a lot of rest too. He hasn't thrown since May the 3rd, so 8 days off for Parkinson.
So that'll bring up Kekai Rios. And the first pitch to him, 97-mile-an-hour fastball, is high and away. Comes with a changeup that time and messed up the timing for Kekai Rios a lot as he was way out in front of it. Rios at 263 on the season. Now finds himself in a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Espino takes his lead off of first. 2 down here in the top of the second. And just misses outside. Max McDowell, the catcher, tried to frame it. Ethan Wilson is in left field tonight. Matthew Kroon, as we said, is in center tonight. Garrett Whitley in right. Carlos De La Cruz at first. Oliver Dunn at second. Madison Stokes at short. Drew Ellis at third. Max McDowell, the veteran catcher, again behind the plate for McGarry, who's now behind the count. 2 balls and a strike. This one rolled towards Ellis again. He'll go the short throw to second in plenty of time, and that'll do it for the Cats here in the second, but they do put a run across. They do it on 1 hit, and they leave 1 after 1.5. It's now New Hampshire 1, Reading nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610
1-0 Fisher Cats on top as the Phils come to plate here in the bottom of the second. Matthew Kroon, Oliver Dawn, and Max McDowell due up for manager Al Padrique taking his spot in the third base coaching box. Ray Ricker in the first base coaching box for the Fightins as Matthew Kroon swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Kroon at 284 on the season, 5 doubles, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs, 3 for 7 so far in the series, and riding a 4-game hitting streak as he steps to the plate. Pitch from Klopfenstein is over for a called strike, and now it's quickly ahead of him, no balls and 2 strikes. Klopfenstein just 22 years of age. Now time is called by the pitcher, Klopfenstein, as he takes a walk around the mound. Drafted by the Blue Jays in the 3rd round, 2018, out of Magnolia High School in Magnolia, Texas. This pitch is up high, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jake mentioned 2 levels last year, pitched at both Vancouver and at New Hampshire. Made 18 starts for the Fisher Cats a year ago. This is 6th start of the season. And this one spins Matthew Kroon out, almost hit him. Matthew has one of those oven mitts, as they like to call them, in his back pocket that they use a sliding glove, and it almost hit that mitt. So it's now Back comes Crew, back through the middle, and ranging far over is Geraldo behind second base. The second baseman, Miguel Geraldo, showing some range, makes the backhanded stop and takes a base hit away from Matthew Kroon on the slow roller up the middle.
Nice play by Miguel Geraldo, the second baseman, like you said, ranging behind that second base bag. Pretty much like a quarterback. The Cardinal rule is never throw it off your back foot. Middle infielder, though, threw it off his back foot and had no issue throwing a strike to Parmigiani at first.
That'll bring up Oliver Dunn. Dunn had the night off last night as Al Padrique stacked his lineup with an all right-handed hitting team, which gave Wilson and Dunn the night off. And he swings through the first pitch. And the second pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike, too. Dunn did not think so. Again, the shift is outlawed, but second baseman and shortstop are starting to cheat more and more as close as they possibly can to get behind the bag, and Geraldo was doing just that. And on the slow roller up the middle, was able to actually range on the shortstop side of second base to make that play and throw out a good runner in Matthew Kroon. This one hits Dunn right on the back foot. Got the front foot out of the way, but couldn't get both feet out of the way, and it gets Oliver Dunn on either the foot or the ankle. So he is on board now with one out here in the second.
Yeah, Dunn will walk that one out on his way to first base. Give a look back to the dugout and say he is okay. They won't come out to check him or anything, just the bat boy out there to grab his extra equipment. He'll take a couple of extra steps to the right of the first base coach's box, accompanied by first base coach Ray Ricker, just to stretch it out, loosen it up. Hopefully nothing more than, probably be a nice little bruise there in the morning, but hopefully nothing more than that. But looks like Dunn will stay in this one.
That will bring Max McDowell to the plate. And Johan Rojas was not put on the disabled list, but now out of the lineup tonight. I'm sure the Phils would hope to not be able to have to use him at any point in time. And the first pitch to McDowell is over for a called strike. Max had been swinging a hot bat. Went through an 0 for last night, however. Average at 265. Home run, 7 RBIs on the season. Hoffenstein, again, gets much slower with a man on base, and now he makes the pickoff throw for, and Dunn slides back in safely. I don't think Oliver's running anywhere right now. David Parkinson, as Jake said, loosening up in the bullpen. We expect to see him in the top half of the third inning. And the pitch from Klopfenstein's a breaking ball and a good one. He locks up Max McDowell. Now he's ahead 0-2.
Dunn can be a semi-threat to run, 4 for 4 stolen bases this year, but after getting hit in the foot, probably not.
Maybe before you got hit in the foot. We'll see how that plays out. No balls and 2 strikes now to McDowell. Tapped down the third base line, but foul. Klopfenstein coming in tonight's game, 25 innings pitched, 30 strikeouts, and 10 walks. We've seen a little bit of both so far tonight. He's walked 1, he's hit 1. Struck out 2 in the first inning. But a very fast worker with nobody on. Much, much more deliberate with a man on base. This one ripped by McDowell into center field. Zach Cook going back a little bit more, and right in front of the warning track will make the catch in center field. And that'll be 2 down now here in the second.
A good swing put on by McDowell. Looks like it was a little bit tucked in on the hands. Just couldn't get the full barrel on it, but I got a pitch he liked, got a good swing on it. Now here's a guy, McCarthy Tatum, who just looking to break out in any way possible. Right now, Tatum is. He's 154 over his last 10, 053 over his last 5. Oh, he's got it in him. Tatum just needs one hit, one barreled ball to feel good about it and just let things roll from there.
Pickoff throw done again, slides back in safely. McCarthy's kind of lost his spot in the everyday lineup. He was batting cleanup through most of the beginning of this season. Now as a designated hitter, batting 8th with a 203 batting average as he steps in. And takes the first pitch for a called strike on the breaking ball. It looked like a slider from Klopfenstein. Again, checks his swing. This time the pitch is low and away. On that one was the slider. And Tatum holds off. So it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-0 Fisher Cats. Bottom half of the second inning. Phils have a man on first base, 2 down. Pitch right back through the middle. Again, Geraldo ranging over on the other side of second base, and the long off-balance throw is in time. Miguel Geraldo with a couple of nice defensive plays to shut down any kind of a rally for the Phils in the second. They go without a hit. They leave one. We're through two, and it remains New Hampshire 1, Reading nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Welcome back to Baseball Town, top half of the third inning. New Hampshire Fisher Cats 1, Reading Fightin Phils nothing. Griff McGarry's night is over with in his first appearance back. 2 innings gave up a hit, a run, a walk, and a couple of strikeouts. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Joined in the booth now by Jim Bennett, COO of Penn State Health. And David Parkinson now in. And Jim, let's start by saying, first and foremost, welcome. Welcome to the radio broadcast booth here in Baseball Town. And what makes this night so special for Penn State Health St. Joe's?
Well, thank you so much for having me up here. You know, today we're celebrating Nurses Week and Hospital Week. And even though I have that title of Chief Operating Officer, I actually have the pleasure of working with the best team ever here in Berks County at St. Joe's Hospital. So a lot to celebrate here tonight.
How many employees do we have in the park tonight?
In the park, we have about 50 to 75. I haven't had an official count yet, but I wanted to see more, but I think more people are coming in.
They're probably still working their way through the food lines, I would imagine. That's pretty much of a staple coming here to Baseball Town.
You can't miss the food. The burgers, the hot dogs, everything is great here, so we're happy.
It is indeed. You're going to ask for a better night of baseball as well. Fightin's right now in a 1-0 deficit. David Parkinson pitching and facing Zach Cook, and he is a strikeout victim for the first out here in the third inning. How much of a baseball fan are you, Jim Bennett?
Oh, well, you know, I lived in Washington, D.C. for 10 years where they did not have a baseball team.
Some people would say they still don't.
And unless we had that World Series ring, I'd agree with you. But, you know, every year we kept saying we have the best market for baseball. Why don't we have a team? And the year after I left, of course, they brought in the Montreal Expos. And
are you trying to say it's you?
I don't know what the issue was, but ever since then, I've been a Nationals fan.
That's okay. We won't take that away from you. We got your best player. That's all that matters.
I love that kid. He plays every play like it's his last play. I was really sad to see him go, but you guys have a great player at Bryce Harper.
I've said this before, and I know you're gonna realize the reference when I say it. He is today's Pete Rose. When he is on the other team, you cannot stand him. But when Bryce Harper's on your team, you absolutely love it.
You know, I haven't heard it said better. That kid, that is exactly the way I describe it. He plays every single play, swings harder than anyone I've seen in a long time, and I love that. I love that guy.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, he has changed that somewhat. He's hitting a lot more to left field these days, and he's making himself an even better baseball player if that's imaginable. But that's why he has become an even more dangerous threat. And then obviously it was the shift that did that. He just made the adjustment and learn how to do it. Of course, he made his way through the Eastern League, playing for the Harrisburg Senators and playing here in Reading as well on his way up to the big leagues.
Yeah, he's been thrilling to watch, and so are today's Fightin' Phils. I love the new jerseys, the Throwback Thursday jerseys. It's a great venue for baseball, and great to be here with all the folks here from St. Joe's.
Yeah, this is Throwback Thursday. The Phils wearing the Reading Keystone uniforms. It's an all-white uniform with a logo that has been selling like hotcakes in the team store. Those hats are flying off the shelves with that Keystone logo. It goes back to the 1920s. There was a team here in Reading playing right up the street in Lowers Park. The Reading Fightin' Phils did a whole remodeling of that stadium for Little League now, but they played right up the street in the 1920s. They were Reading Keystones, and they throw back the uniforms. The whole idea was the team wasn't very good, but the uniforms were cool. So they just sold the uniforms, and that's the replica uniforms they wear on Thursday nights.
Well, and if you come to the pro shop here, the prices are great. I mean, it's a great baseball venue, and the folks here really know how to put on a great baseball game, and the merchandise here is definitely affordable for the family.
David Parkinson strikes out Miguel Geraldo, a 1-2-3 inning for the Fisher Cats. Jim, can we keep you around to the bottom of the third?
It would be great to spend more time with you guys.
All right, we'll do that. We'll take a break. We'll be back on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network with more in a 1-0 game in favor of the Fisher Cats.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique venue.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium, bottom half of the third inning. Fisher Cats and the Fightin' Phils. New Hampshire on top 1-0. And I'm joined in the booth tonight by Jim Bennett, the Chief Operating Officer of Penn State Health St. Joe's. It is Nurses and Medical Professional Night here at the ballpark. Jim, if there is an understated group or a more understated group out there than nurses, I don't know who they are. They're wonderful people who do wonderful work.
I totally agree with you. And, you know, this goes back 150 years. St. Joe's is celebrating all of the hard work that the Sisters of St. Francis came from the Philadelphia Diocese here to take care of the most recent pandemic ever documented, smallpox.
Right.
So think about that legacy as we faced COVID in the true front lines that you could call it. It was just amazing work by everyone at St. Joe's and really all healthcare providers across Pennsylvania.
Absolutely correct. Garrett Whitley leading it off for the Phils here in the bottom of the third. He's quickly behind in the count, 1-2 Whitley at 308 on the season. Recently added to the Phils roster along with Drew Ellis, who was in extended spring training, and a swing and a miss. Klopfenstein strikes out Whitley to start the third. 1 down now on the third strikeout now for Klopfenstein. And I'll bring the top of the order and Madison Stokes to the plate. Stokes grounded out his first time up. Carlos De La Cruz in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. So as you mentioned, you're originally from the Washington, D.C. area. And I don't know how many times you've had the opportunity since you've been at Penn State Health to come out here to this ballpark, but there's not a whole lot of better places to watch a baseball game, is there?
You're absolutely right. I was actually here for opening night, and again, the quality of the baseball here, the fans, the professionals here that greet us. It's just a great venue for an evening. The weather's been gorgeous for us tonight as well. It truly is a great venue.
No balls and 2 strikes quickly to Madison Stokes. Klopfenstein comes back and tries to get him a chase up high. He holds off ball 1. And obviously a large addition to the ballpark is in right center field with that at Redner's Event Center. But to your point and your path of career at Penn State St. Joe's Health, a lot of what's going to be in that building has a lot to do with physical therapy and all the things that they're going to be doing. Yeah, there are going to be clubhouses in there, but all kinds of things that the Phillies are implementing for minor leaguers moving forward. And health and mental health are all aspects that are going to be in that building come 2024.
That is great to hear. And as Penn State Health looks to sponsor great organizations like the Reading Fightin Phils, we are very excited to be a partner in the work that's getting done out there.
Yeah, the Phillies are kind of ahead of the curve a little bit in the whole mental health aspect of it. It is something that obviously is a big piece of the puzzle throughout the health professional world. And it's now starting to become a little bit more open, for lack of a better terminology, in professional sports. That professional athletes are now kind of coming out and saying, you know what, I could use a little bit of an assist in terms of the mental health aspect.
Yes, and COVID, if it did anything for us as citizens of here in America, the mental health aspect of not just COVID, but again, wellness is more than just your physical being. It is that well-rounded peace of mind, and as we become more advanced in treating these kinds of depression and other kinds of things, working on that wellness aspect is a big deal.
Carlos De La Cruz gets himself on board on an error on the shortstop Luis De Los Santos. That'll bring up Drew Ellis. Ellis, a base runner, his first time up, drawing a walk. So 1 on, 2 down here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And Klopfenstein quickly works ahead of Drew Ellis by getting a called strike to Ellis, the 3-hole hitter for the Phils tonight. Pitch to him. Tries to get him to chase. Ellis holds off, but he gets the call on the outside corner on the slider. It's now no balls and 2 strikes to Drew Ellis. De La Cruz takes his lead off of first. Klopfenstein takes a peek back at the 6'8" Carlos De La Cruz. Comes to the plate, and a swing and a miss, and that will do it for the Phils here in the 3rd. Jim Bennett and Penn State Health St. Joe's, we thank you for your partnership with the Reading Fightin Phils. Thanks for spending some time with us in the booth as well.
It's been a pleasure, and thanks for all you're doing here to keep our fans informed about the play-by-play and keeping us all very happy as we root our home team here.
And we thank you very much. We'll take a timeout on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network. After 3, it remains 1-0 New Hampshire on top.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes...
Welcome back to Baseball Town as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. David Parkinson on in his 2nd inning of relief of Griff McGarry. 1-0 Fisher Cats on top, and it's time for Jake Starr to take over your play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Bob. Back here, top of the 4th inning, 1-0 Fightin Phils trail the Fisher Cats. Damiano Parmigiani leads off against David Parkinson. First pitch home to the 3-man is grounded towards second. Dunn Shaded towards the bag, has it, throws the first, and it's in time for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Will Robertson. Will Robertson knocked a triple off the brick fencing and straightaway center field. His first time up, came around to score on a ground ball by the man on deck, Luis de los Santos. But that was off Griff McGarry. Now it's David Parkinson in, who's retired the first 4 he's faced. First pitch, in tight for a ball on a breaking pitch, 1-0. And that's something with Parkinson. He'll still occasionally lose the curveball arm side, like we saw right there, to Will Robertson as Parkinson comes set at the letters, works in the windup and deals. That's another curveball lined up the middle. That's a base hit. That one just a little bit too much of the plate as it rolls the center fielder Matt Kroon. And Will Robertson has collected both of the hits tonight for New Hampshire.
Man coming in at 185 now with a triple and a single. And as Jake said, it was a curveball, but he hung that one. That was a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher, and he hung that curveball. It doesn't matter whether it's a lefty on a lefty or not. You hang a curveball, they're going to hit it hard. And Robertson took it right back through the middle for a clean base hit.
So here's Luis de los Santos, activated off the injured list today. First pitch home. Dives down for a ball inside, 1-0 to the righty. De los Santos 0 for 1 tonight, but it was a productive out. Grounded out to short to score Robertson, netting New Hampshire's only run so far tonight. De los Santos off the injured list today. Leo Jimenez on to the injured list for New Hampshire prior to today's game as Parkinson works from the stretch and deals. Big swing and a miss, 1-1 on a breaking pitch.
Yeah, Jimenez left last night's game. All we know is that they're saying it's some kind of a shoulder issue and he is day-to-day. But as Jake said, now on the 7-day disabled list, so he will not be here for the rest of the series. That's not a bad thing as far as their Fightins go because he was a hot hitter.
1-1, fouled back off the netting, 1-2.
It wasn't as if anything happened to Jimenez, unless the only thing I can think of is it may have happened on a throw. He's their starting shortstop, and all of a sudden, Elvis Martinez came in to play shortstop. And then a squirrel started chasing him, and all kinds of heck broke loose last night.
The night was certainly nuts last night. Here's the 1-2. High chopper towards second. Dunn has to back up on it. Goes a long way to first in time. Robertson advances to second. De los Santos out at first. Not really much Dunn could do there, so it's a man on second with 2 outs for Elvis Martinez. Top of the fourth, 1-0 New Hampshire.
Dunn and Stokes talking to one another. I think the better play would have been for Stokes to take that, and then he could have stepped on second and maybe turned a double play out of that. But he did not take it aggressively, and it ended up coming to Dunn when Stokes didn't take it. And as Jake said, there was really nothing Dunn could do but to go to first base and make sure he gets at least 1 out.
First pitch from Parkinson to Martinez. Fastball upstairs for a ball, 1-0. But yes, if you missed it last night, you certainly missed an eventful one. Reading won 6-5, of course, but the Squirrel stole the show. We'll take a look at our Twitter page, Minor League Baseball social media accounts. If you want to recount on the Squirrel experience, pitch misses outside for a ball, 2-0. But was not the only animal event in the Eastern League last night. Just about an hour west from here in Harrisburg, there was a skunk on the field. I think I'll take a squirrel over a skunk any day.
Got that right.
Here's the 2-0 home. Fastball for a called strike, 2-1. Might have had to bust in some tomato juice, right? If you get sprayed by a skunk, you bathe in tomato juice to try to weather the smell away.
That's the legend. I can tell you, not
let's not test
first-hand experience, not for first-hand experience, just from others saying that doesn't work.
2-1. Ground ball towards third. Fielder on a short hop by Ellis. Throws on the run in time. Nice scoop by De La Cruz at first. That will retire this side. No runs on a hit. 1 left on base for the Fisher Cats. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. New Hampshire still up 1-0 on the Fightin' Phillies Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phil's front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL. Bottom of the fourth, our Phils yet to record a hit tonight. They trail 1-0 to the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Jake Starr, Bob McCool, thanks for joining us on another beautiful night at the ballpark. Temperatures in the upper 70s today, and once again, not a cloud in the sky. Ethan Wilson leads things off. He's 0 for 1 tonight, as 4-5-6 of the Fightin's lineup is due up. First pitch home from Adam Kloffenstein is down low for a ball. Counts 1-0.
Kloffenstein is a piece of what has been a pretty good rotation for this Fisher Cats. They are 4th in the Eastern League in ERA.
Next pitch misses down for a ball. Counts 2-0 to Wilson.
And it offsets the fact that their bats have not been all that good, but their pitching has kept them in it. That's the reason why they're 14-14 coming into the game.
2-0 count to Wilson. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball, 2-1. Ethan Wilson, the reigning Eastern League Player of the Week after a terrific week on the road at Hartford. Overall was 12 for 25, 3 home runs, 11 runs driven in. 2-1. Underneath that one, it's fouled back behind home plate. Counts 2-2. Wilson, who Bob mentioned his first time up, scheduled to be off last night and was off for about the first 7 innings, but after Johan Rojas exited last night's game with a lower body injury, Wilson was inserted into right field. 2-2 home. Swinging a line drive towards first, but it hangs up for Parmigiani, who makes the catch for out number 1. Wilson's 0 for 2. Here's Matthew Kroon with 1 out in the 4th.
Just following up on the part about the Fisher Cats and their pitching staff, the Fightins will see one of their better pitchers tomorrow in Sem Robersa. He is the number 7 prospect in the Blue Jays organization, and they will not see, just because he was taken out of his last start, is Ricky Tiedemann, who is the number 1 prospect in the Blue Jays organization. Now, we saw a pretty good outing from Paxton Schultz in the first game, and Kloffenstein has been dealing here, holding the Phils in check through 3 1/3.
First pitch to Kroon was a ball. Second pitch in there for a called strike. Counts 1-1. Matthew Kroon, who's 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out the second his first time up. 3 for 7 entering tonight overall in the series. Here's the 1-1. Kroon takes outside for a ball. 2-1. Matthew Kroon, the right-handed bat from Scottsdale, Arizona. 280 overall in the air, a couple home runs, 15 runs driven in. Slightly open stance from the right side. Kloffenstein deals the 2-1. Kroon slaps one towards the right side, drifting towards foul territory. And it goes out of play, foul just to the right of the Reading Hospital Tower Health pool area.
Which is open tonight. We should make mention of that. Good night for that to be open.
I was going to say, almost 80 degrees. I was sweating during batting practice today. I was thinking of jumping in that pool, and then I realized it was almost 80 degrees, so maybe not.
Even Screwball's out there right now looking for a dip.
2-2 count here with 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Fightin' Phil's trail 1-0 to New Hampshire. Kloffenstein kicks and deals. Kroon in on the hands, hits it high in the air to the right side towards foul territory. Parmigiani, the first baseman there. He's caught off by the second baseman, Geraldo, who slid in foul territory, and it pops in and out of his mitt. So it does hit the turf in foul territory, so it is just a foul ball. No harm, no foul, but probably Parmigiani's ball.
Yeah, it's the toughest play for a first baseman when it's straight behind you. And Parmigiani is a big dude, and he was very tentative going backwards because you're running straight back. So it's the easier play for the second baseman. But we've been talking about Geraldo. He's taken away a couple hits up the middle. He's cheating hitters as much as he can. behind the second base bag, so it's that much longer of a run for him to get to it. He called off Palmigiani at the end, but just really couldn't get his feet under him to make the catch.
So still 2-2 to Kroon, 1 out. Kloffenstein kicks and deals. Kroon fouls it back again. All the foul balls are fastballs in on the hands that he's slicing towards the right side. So we'll see if Kroon makes any bit of an adjustment here. Maybe tries to get out earlier to pull some of those inside fastballs here, but count stays 2-2 as the at-bat continues on. Kloffenstein works quickly and deals. Breaking pitch down low. Kroon checked his swing. They'll appeal to first. Ethan Gorsak says no swing. So that runs the count full, 3-2. Matthew Kroon had a hot start to the year, kind of slowed up, but has heated up as of late. 278 over his last 10, 444 through his last 5. Runs the count full against Kloffenstein. Righty deals. Ground ball towards second. Geraldo stays down on it, playing straight away. And the throw to first is way off to the left of the first baseman. Palmigiani skips past him. And luckily the catcher, Kekai Rios, was there to back it up. So that'll be a throwing error on the second baseman, Miguel Geraldo. His second error of the season. It looks like he just kind of went sidearm throw and just lost it.
Here's what else I think happened, Jake. Give Matthew Kroon credit, because he was busting it down the line, and Geraldo kind of let the ball come to him. And then when he looked up to make the throw, I think Kroon was a lot closer to the bag than he thought he would be, and he kind of hurried his throw. And as you said, he went sidearm with it. And when you go sidearm with it, from an infielder's perspective, the ball's naturally going to sail on you, and he wasn't even remotely close to getting anywhere near the first base bag. And so that'll be the second error of the night now for the Fisher Cats, and it's time for Reading to try to make them pay for it. And before all that happens, Drew Hayes, the pitching coach, is going to come out and talk to Adam Kloffenstein and say, look, this isn't on you. You've been pitching really, really well. A couple errors behind you. Just keep doing what you're doing.
4 base runners tonight for the Fightin' Phils. A walk, hit by pitch, and a couple of errors. One by shortstop Luis De Los Santos, another one by second baseman Miguel Geraldo. Both of them entered tonight with just 1 error on the season, so a bit uncharacteristic as well. Fisher Cats a team 980 fielding percentage on the season. That ranks in the top half of the Eastern League. So here's Oliver Dunn with 1 down in the 4th. Fightin' still trail 1-0. Kroon leads off first. Kloffenstein from the stretch deals. Belt high for a called strike 0-1.
See if Al Padrique doesn't get Matthew Kroon running here. Needing some kind of a spark right now in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Phil's still without a hit. Kroon has excellent speed, and with a left-hand hitter up there, maybe even go hit and run.
Kroon 6 for 7 stealing bases this year. They'll throw over towards first, so Kloffenstein had the same idea we did. Back in head first is Kroon.
As I mentioned, he slows down considerably, does Kloffenstein, with his delivery with a man on base. He's very quick to the plate with nobody on, but slows down considerably.
Pitch to Dunn. Fastball upstairs for a ball, 1-1. Oliver Dunn was hit by a pitch his first time up. Took one off the back foot pretty hard. Took his time getting up the first base line, but fortunately Dunn is okay, stays in the ball game. Even in the count, 1-1, 1 out. Kloffenstein deals. That one's driven in the air out towards right center. Espino and Cook both going back at the track, at the wall, and it is gone. Off the top of the event center. Does bounce back onto the field, but it's a home run for Oliver Dunn. That's his second home run of the season. Fightins take the lead. It's 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th.
Oliver Dunn turned on that one. Natural, sweet left-handed swing, and Oliver Dunn has been one of the best and most consistent hitters for the Fightins for most of this season, but he had been in a bit of a tailspin. Batting average once over 300, now down to 260, but he got all of that one, and that has to feel awfully good for a guy who just over the course of the last week or so has seen the batting average dip a bit.
Here's Max McDowell. First pitch to him, misses for a ball, counts 1-0.
But that's what we have been talking about with this lineup, especially with the addition of Ellis and Whitley. It is such a deep lineup. But you had an Oliver Dunn who found a home in the 2-hole, but now batting out of the 6-hole. Is that productive?
McDowell takes the 1-0 inside for a ball, counts 2-0 to him.
Drew Ellis gives you a guy that Al Padrique can put anywhere in a 3-4-5 spot, and Whitley has given him a really nice compliment in the 9-hole and basically works as a second leadoff hitter.
Here's the pitch. McDowell takes it down for a ball. Count now 3-0 to Max McDowell. McDowell 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to center his last time up. 3-0. McDowell takes it down the chute. Moves the count to 3-1. Three-1 from Kloffenstein. Swing and a miss, 3-2. So after falling behind in the count, 3-0, Kloffenstein's responded with back-to-back strikes to Max McDowell. Here's the pitch. McDowell lines it foul off the facing of the Fisher Cats dugout. Count stays 3-2. Max McDowell, 260 overall in the season. Home run and 7 runs driven in. 0 for 4 for an RBI and a couple of strikeouts thus far in the series. 3-2 again. On the inside corner, called strike 3, popped out of Rios' mitt, the catcher. I don't think McDowell realized it. Now he's arguing with home plate umpire Tyler Whitty. I don't know if he's saying, I thought that was ball 4, or...
He just didn't think it was a strike is what he didn't think. And again, very rarely does a catcher argue with a home plate umpire as a hitter because he's got to get back there behind home plate and he wants to get that call. But Max McDowell was not happy at all with what he didn't think was strike 3. He was instead ball 4, but he is a strikeout victim.
So here's the first pitch to McCarthy. Tatum swings and misses. Counts 0-1 to Tatum as McDowell's strikeout, the 6th tonight already for Adam Kloffenstein. 2 outs in the 4th. Pitch to Tatum is in there for a called strike at the knees, 0-2. McCarthy Tatum, like we talked about, his first time up, somebody who's just looking to get going. 0 for 9 so far in the series. Times called and given to Tatum, who's hitting an even 200 on this season. Settles back in from the right side. Even stands, rests about on his right shoulder. Kloffenstein, the righty, kicks and deals. Ground ball hit towards third, but it'll be foul just to the left of the bag. And the count stays 0-2. I think the fans here are happy and they know it, Bob, especially after that home run by Oliver Dunn.
Well, if not, they should clap their hands.
Looks like they got the memo tonight, too. 0-2, 2 outs to McCarthy Tatum. Bottom 4, Fightin's up 2-1. The pitch. Swung on, fouled back, netting behind home plate. If Tatum's the reach, Garrett Whitley. He awaits on deck for the Fightin' Phils. Whitley 0 for 1 with a strikeout tonight. The Phils sport their Reading Keystone uniforms tonight. White uniforms, navy blue lettering and numbering. Pitch to Tatum is a curveball that drops on in. And that's strike 3. 7th strikeout tonight for Adam Kloffenstein. 2 runs in the inning on a hit. Nobody left on base for the Fightin' Phils. We'll move to the 5th. Reading up 2-1 on the Phils Radio Network. Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. Top of the 5th inning, 2-1, Fightin' Phils retake the lead on an Oliver Dunn 2-run home run last inning. That'll bring David Parkinson back onto the mound for the Phils. Now pitching with the lead as he's got the bottom third of the Fisher Cats lineup. Espino, Rios, Cook. The three due up as Sebastian Espino steps in. Parkinson, the lefty, from the windup kicks and deals. On the outside corner of a fastball for a called strike, 0-1.
There's a chance now for Parkinson if he can give Al Padrique the few innings that they're hoping for. He's now in a position to pick up a win out of this with his team on top.
0-1. Swinging a fly ball off the end of the bat, shallow right field. Whitley over towards the line. He races in, parks under it, makes the catch. Out number 1. That'll bring Kekai Rios to the plate.
And Whitley playing right field for the first time since being added to the Reading roster. He had been exclusively playing in left field. Ethan Wilson moving to left field, and Whitley to right.
So stepping in is Kekai Rios. He's 0 for 1 tonight, grounded into a fielder's choice first time up. First pitch, a breaking ball, misses outside for a ball. Count is 1-0. Time called by Rios, the batter. Up in the count, 1-0 with 1 out here. David Parkinson out for inning number 3 of work. He relieved Griff McGarry, went 2 innings, gave up a hit, run, earn run, walk, and 2 strikeouts. 1-0 misses outside for a ball, 2-0. Infield plays pretty much straight away here against Kekai Rios, 2-0. Upstairs for a ball, 3-0. First appearance in this series for Rios. Phil Clark has gotten the start at catcher the last couple of days. Here's the 3-0. Down the chute for a called strike, 3-1. Rios, a couple of appearances last week for New Hampshire against Harrisburg. Here's the pitch. Hits one in the air, mile high towards center. Kroon back into his left, back pedals towards the track in right center, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for Parkinson. Zach Cook up to the plate.
Yeah, and the wind is blowing, the breeze. It's not really a wind, it's more of a breeze at about 7 or 8 miles an hour, but it is blowing out to right field. And Matthew Kroon was thinking he was under it, had to backpedal a little bit more, and thinking he was under it, and had to backpedal a little bit more. And by the time it was all said and done, he got all the way to the warning track before he was able to finally squeeze it for the out.
So Zach Cook steps in. First pitch home in the lefty-on-lefty showdown is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Cook 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. 0 for 4 overall in this series thus far. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the outside corner for a called strike, 0-2. Great spot by Parkinson, and he's 1 strike away from retiring the side in order. Time called by Cook as the first 2 pitches of this at-bat certainly race by. Parkinson, the lefty, toes the third base side of the rubber. Rests the glove in hand just in front of the keystone on his left side of his chest. Here's the 0-2. And on the hands, jam shot. Pop fly, left side, foul territory. In from left comes Wilson. He dives, and he got it. What a play by Ethan Wilson. Raced in from left field and dives in foul territory to make the catch, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Fisher Cats. We're halfway home. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Fightin'. Back after this. For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org.
Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, two great hometown partners.
But on the 5th, Fightin' Phils lead it 2-1 after an excellent play by Ethan Wilson to end the top half of the inning. It's 9-1-2, due up for the Fightins. Garrett Whitley will lead things off, and then things will swing back around towards the top half of the lineup. Whitley steps in 0 for 1 on the night thus far. Working against Adam Kloffenstein. First pitch home, Whitley scurries out of the way of it. Inside for a ball to the righty. Count is 1-0.
Tell you what, Jake, you take the 4 outfielders that the Fightins are predominantly using now with Wilson, Kroon.
That one hits him this time. So back-to-back inside fastballs to Garrett Whitley, who doesn't look too happy with that. You know, it's nothing intentional, probably just trying to pitch him inside, a couple of fastballs that get away. But second hit batter tonight as well by Kloffenstein, and that'll send things back to the top.
Whitley being the other, and then, of course, Johan Rojas, who's not in the lineup tonight. They may, if they're not the 4 best athletes on this team, I'd be surprised who would be the best athletes on this team. But they can cover a lot of ground, and Ethan Wilson went a long way to get that ball. That was a ball that really the shortstop should take, but Stokes just didn't get a read on it, and Wilson covered a lot of ground. I think he thought he had it, no problem, and then realized he had to go a little bit further and just a full-out extension into foul territory. That great running catch.
Well, here is Madison Stokes. He steps in. First pitch is in on the hands, fouled back to the right side, so the count's 0-1.
Madison Stokes has played pretty much everywhere in his time in Reading, in infield and outfield. And again, he's been playing shortstop since the injury to Pedro Martinez. Martinez pulling a hamstring in the Altoona series, and he's been on the 7-day inactive list.
Here's the pitch. That one's driven in the air out towards center. It'll hang up for Cook, who races in. Will make the catch for the first out of the inning for Carlos De La Cruz. 1 out, bottom 5. Fightins lead 2-1.
That is one thing Madison Stokes can do. Again, I'm not sure what his most natural defensive position is. It's a question I'll have to ask him at some point in time. But I can tell you what his favorite thing to do is not swing the bat. He hits the ball. Even his outs are hard hit balls.
Carlos De La Cruz steps in. So far this year, entering tonight, Stokes 7 starts at short, 2 in left, and 7 in right. So, like we said, can play all over the place. That first pitch of De La Cruz misses inside for a ball to the righty, 1-0.
He did everything but pitch and catch last year in his time in Reading. He played all 4 infield positions last year and played left and center field as well. And he's played right field this year.
1-0, De La Cruz jacks one in the air out towards left center. Cook going back, still going back, tiptoes onto the track. He'll make the catch. A couple of steps in front of the wall, the center fielder does. De La Cruz gave it a ride, but just about a couple of feet too short. So back-to-back fly balls to center. 2 outs for Drew Ellis at the bottom of the 5th. Fightin' still lead at 2-1.
To the deepest part of the ballpark for Carlos De La Cruz. Anywhere else, that ball is out of here. But he hit it right out into the peak of the batter's eye, where the center field wall comes to a point. And enough room for Cook to keep drifting back and make the catch with his back to the wall.
So here comes Drew Ellis, the 3-man, waves over the first pitch, a breaking pitch, 1-0.
Speaking of center fielders and walls, before you do your baseball town history, today in Citizens Bank history is the day anniversary of Aaron Rowan running face first into a fence in center field in 2006. A day that Philly fans will remember forever.
0-1 in there for a called strike 0-2. For who? My teammates. For what? To win.
To win. Sealed his fate as a fan in Philadelphia forever with that catch and that statement.
Only played 06 and 07 in Philly, but certainly a fan favorite over those 2 years. Came from the White Sox prior to that. Here's the 0-2. Ellis takes outside for a ball, 1-2. Harry Callis, great call on that too. Remember, I think it was like, what a catch, practically a game-saving catch from Aaron Rowan.
It was against the Mets, and the Mets had the bases loaded.
And then they put the padding in center field after that. Here's the 1-2, way outside the Ellis, 2-2.
At least they could do is put like a caricature of Aaron Rowan's face on that padding, since it was his face that got mangled by that fence that was there.
Broke his nose, put on the 15-day injured list. after that, but that was a 2006 Phillies team that was so close to the playoffs that year. Pitch to Ellis outside for a ball, counts full. So
yeah, there's a lot of
Whitley
people
from first will be off.
who think that was kind of like a turning moment for the organization, that play, and the team got better, and obviously 2007 made the run, and the next couple of years were history.
3-2, 2 outs, bottom 5 to Drew Ellis. Whitley will be running from first. Here's the pitch. Ellis hits that one on a line towards left. Baroa started back, comes in, then back again, and makes the catch to retire the side. So the Fightins hit a bunch of balls hard in the inning, but nothing to show for it. No runs, no hits, and one left on base. We'll go to the 6-2-1 Fightins on the Phillies Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
We go to the top of the 6th, still a 2-1 lead for the Fightin' Phils, and it's still David Parkinson out on the mound, who has been excellent tonight in relief. 3 innings so far, just 1 base runner. Came on a single from Will Robertson, who has also been the only Fisher Cat to get a hit tonight. First pitch home, scoring the bunt and pulling back was leadoff man Stuart Baroa. Takes it for a strike 0-1. Baroa is 0 for 1 tonight. 0 for 2, that is, actually. Here's the 0-1. Inside corner, just inside for a ball 1-1. Just 3 combined hits tonight between the teams. Have ourselves a little bit of a semblance of a pitcher's duel. Griff McGarry and David Parkinson for the Fightins. Coffenstein for the Fisher Cats. That one's fanned and missed. 1-2. No action in the Phils bullpen. There is at least a little bit of a game of catch being played down in the Fisher Cats bullpen, but still have to assume Coffenstein will get the bottom of the frame. Pitch from Parkinson, swing and a miss. Struck out the leadoff man, Baroa. 3rd strikeout for David Parkinson so far. Miguel Geraldo up to the dish. When you look at Coffenstein's numbers, 83 pitches, 55 of them for strikes. His season high so far this year is 86. So
Luis Quinones is now starting to throw with a little bit more seriousness, shall we say, in the Fisher Cat bullpen.
First pitch to Geraldo's upstairs for a ball 1-0. Miguel Geraldo, 0 for 2 tonight. Pair of strikeouts to the righty. Slightly closed stance against the lefty Parkinson, who deals. Ground ball towards the third base coach's box. Cesar Martin backpedals on it and makes a nice play, and then flips it down to the Fisher Cats bullpen down the left field line. The count's 1-1 with 1 out to Geraldo. Parkinson deals. In on the hand, jam shot towards right. Whitley going back, still going back. At the track, at the wall, and it carries out of the ballpark. Miguel Geraldo ties the game up with a solo shot over the right field wall, just to the right of the event center and right center. And the third hit of the day from the Fisher Cats ties this game up at 2.
Second home run of the season for Geraldo. He just got it up there in the right center field. It carries in this ballpark. There's no doubt about it. And as we said, the breeze that is here is blowing out the right field. And this Fisher Cat team doesn't look good in the batting average category, but they have some power.
First pitch to Parmigiani is fouled back, so counted as 0-1 in the hand. Parmigiani 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of ground balls hit towards second. Here's the 0-1. And there for a called strike, 0-2. New Hampshire, the team this year hitting .224, but they've also hit 22 home runs entering today as well. They ranked 9th in the Eastern League in hitting with that .224 average. Here's the 0-2. At the knees for a called strike 3. Parmigiani's down on strikes, and that'll bring up Robertson. And also, this day in baseball town history, on May 11th, 1967, the first year that the Reading Phillies were affiliated with the Philadelphia Phillies. They were rained out for the 5th straight time at home as wet weather washed out their scheduled battle with Paul Tuckett. The Phillies had seen 7 of their first 11 home dates postponed due to inclement weather. First pitch to Robertson in there for a called strike 0-1. No idea what Mother Nature was up to in 1967, but she was not happy, obviously.
Yeah, good thing that wasn't an omen of things to come with a relationship, because obviously there's been a good one between Reading and the Philadelphia Phillies, but that's not a good way to get it started.
0-1 misses outside for a ball 1-1. Reading Phillies tied for the longest minor to major league affiliation across professional baseball. 1-1, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Parkinson kicks and deals. Breaking pitch fouled right off the netting behind home plate. Count goes to 1-2. Parkinson 1 strike away from getting out of this inning.
You had a note a couple week or so ago with Robin Roberts as one of your This Day in Baseball Town notes. He was on that team trying to make a comeback in the major leagues. The manager of that team, this guy eventually went to Philadelphia to manage, Frank Lucchese.
Here's the 1-2. That one is a jam shot foul to the left side. Count stays 1-2, 2 outs.
And it was only a little bit after that, the guy by the name of Larry Boa showed up and played shortstop here in Reading.
Name very familiar with Reading Phillies and Philadelphia Phillies fans alike. 1-2 count to Robertson. Kicks and deals is Parkinson, and a little nub shot foul behind home plate. Count stays 1-2. Robertson's yet to be retired tonight. Tripled in the 2nd and scored. Singled in the 4th. Was eventually stranded on second base to finish the inning. Down in the count, 1-2 against Parkinson. Lefty over the head wind-up deals. Swing and a miss on a pitch down in the dirt. Max McDowell applies the tag. And that will retire the side. Parkinson does strike out the side, but a home run from Miguel Geraldo ties this game up at 2. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Middle of the order due up for the Fightins after this. Down here on the Art Phil's Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Our Phil's game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Bottom half of the 6th inning, Ethan Wilson leads off against Luis Quinones, new pitcher for the Fisher Cats. First pitch home to Wilson in there for a called strike, 0-1. Quinones comes in relief of Adam Kloffenstein, who went 5 strong innings tonight. Gave up 2 runs on a hit, just one of the runs earned. Here's the pitch to Wilson. Big swing and a miss over an off-speed pitch, 0-2.
An outstanding effort tonight from Kloffenstein. 5 innings, as Jake said, give up just the 1 run, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. He did hit 2 batters. Quinones, a 25-year-old right-hander, born in Puerto Rico, signed by the Blue Jays from San Jacinto Junior College in Texas.
0-2. Down low for a ball, 1-2. A bit of a Cueto-esque pause in the leg whip. He lifted the leg, tapped it back down, lifted it again. Something that intended to mess with the timing of the hitters. See if he goes through it again here. If a 1-2 count to the leadoff man, Wilson in the 6th. Here's the pitch. Wilson slaps an off-speed pitch towards second. Geraldo charges, belt high hop, and he throws it away again. It's off the facing of the Fightin's dugout, stays in play. Wilson will stay at first, and I think it's another situation of Geraldo's second error of the game where he just slow plays the ball very casually, looks up, sees the runner busting it down the line, and then rushes a throw.
And now Al Padrique is going to argue, I think, that the ball went out of play, and so now the umpires are going to get together and determine where the ball actually hit and whether or not it hit off of one of the fences. But did it go into the dugout, I think is what, or go across the dugout, in which case it would be out of play. I think that's what Al Padrique is arguing. So now the umpires are going to get together and decide that, and if it is out of play, then obviously Wilson would be awarded second base, and he is.
He will be awarded second base, so they will say the ball went out of play. Cesar Martin very quick out of the dugout.
Yeah, he was standing at the top waiting to see whether he was going to win this argument or not get the call. And so after Al Padrique wins the argument, now his counterpart, Cesar Martin, is going to argue his side of the equation. But again, to the play by Geraldo, who made 2 very good plays to take a couple base hits away earlier, and all of a sudden it's the throws. And as Jake said, just being a little bit too deliberate and allowing the ball to get to him. And we've been talking about this. We talked about this with Al Padrique last night in our pregame show about how this team hustles. They run everything out. And so you give credit to Ethan Wilson in this case. Matthew Kroon was the other, who were hustling the ground balls out. And all of a sudden the infielder's saying, you know what, I better hurry my throw a little bit. And he just airmailed that. I mean, he's not even giving the first baseman, Palmigiani, a chance to make the catch as he airmails that one into essentially up and over the Fightin's dugout.
Very extended conversation here from Cesar Martin and home plate umpire, the crew chief for the staff as well, Tyler Whitty. Obviously the two of them not on the same page, and as I'm sure you can hear, the peanut gallery here not very happy about it either as Martin begins his trek back to the dugout, but got some final words into Tyler Whitty as well. Nothing more will come of that, so that'll bring Matthew Kroon to the dish. So the Fightins were able to take advantage of an E4 in the 4th when Kroon was the beneficiary of it, and then Oliver Dunn followed with a 2-run home run. Now with a man in scoring position and no outs, see if the Fightin Phils can take advantage again. Quinones works from the stretch now, set at the belt. Here's the first pitch. Kroon squares the bunt, pulls away. Looks like a slider that slid a bit too far down and outside, 1-0.
That, by the way, is the 7th error of this series for the Fisher Cats. 3 of them tonight.
Enter tonight with 19 on the season, up to 22 now. As the count's 1-0 here to Matthew Kroon. Wilson leads off second. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss from Kroon, 1-1. Kroon 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out, and then reached on the error by Miguel Geraldo in the 4th. Quinones set at the belt against Kroon. Here's the pitch. That's a line drive towards center. Cook races in. He'll make the catch. Wilson got back to the bag and started the tag, then retreats back. Draws a throw to short. Nothing more will come of that. So another hard hit ball by the Fightin Phils, but right into a glove. But here comes Oliver Dunn. We'll see if he can have a similar result that he had last time. Homered his last at-bat, a 2-run shot in the 4th to give the Phils the lead at that point of the game.
Yeah, the Fightins are starting to tee things up a little bit here. They were getting blown away pretty bad by Klopfenstein early on, and now with Quinones out there as well. But the outs have become much louder outs off the bats of Reading right now.
First pitch to Dunn's, a high chopper towards first. Fielded by the first baseman Parmigiani in fair territory as he was straddling the line. Takes to the bag himself. 3 unassisted, but it does move Wilson up to third. So 2 outs for McDowell. Man on third and Ethan Wilson. Bottom 6 in a tie ball game at 2.
It's a good at-bat by Dunn, but obviously you'd prefer to have that happen with nobody out. And now that way Wilson's at third base with 1 out, and a fly ball brings him home. But now with 2 outs at third base, McDowell's going to get himself on base somehow to get Ethan Wilson home.
Mound conversation between Kekai Rios, the catcher for New Hampshire, and pitcher Luis Quinones. So here's a little nugget. Kekai Rios behind the plate, 0 for 34 this year, throwing out would-be base stealers. Reading just hasn't had the chances tonight really against him with men on. You know, maybe you'll see later in the game if they can get runners on. Maybe another opportunity to try and capitalize on that number. First pitch to McDowell is sliced foul out of play to the right side, 0-1.
Yeah, the only place I really thought that might happen was after Kroon got on the error, that they might get something started. Well, they did. Oliver Dunn hit one off the Redner's Event Center for a 2-run home run. So no need to get the runner started at that point.
0-1 count. Wilson leads off third. Here's the pitch. McDowell fouls it back. Count goes to 0-2. So 0-2, 2 outs to Max McDowell, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Base hit scores a run for the Fightin' Phils. Quinones set at the belt. Here's the pitch. In tight, hits McDowell with an off-speed pitch. Third Fightin' Phil to be hit by a pitch tonight. That'll put men on the corners for McCarthy Tatum. Still 2 outs.
Max has been hit his fair share of times over the course of this season. It's kind of funny to listen to Taylor Lehman, who was our guest tonight on the Mike Sandwich Shop pregame show, and Max McDowell and Taylor Lehman, both Pittsburgh guys, and asked him what their relationship was. And Taylor said, well, I met him in spring training. We really never met each other. He was a couple years older than I, but really talked highly about how great of a guy Max McDowell is and how much he loves throwing to him as a catcher.
First pitch to Tatum, big swing and a miss, 0-1 on a fastball at 94. McCarthy Tatum 0 for 2 tonight. 0 for his last 10, dating back to last week at Hartford. Quinones set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss again from Tatum. Counts 0-2. Tatum a ground out and a strikeout thus far tonight. Average dips to 197. Does have a home run and 7 runs driven in. Quinones looking for a put-away pitch and stranding runners on the corners. Set at the belt again. Here's the 0-2. Down low for a ball, 1-2. Tatum's to reach. Garrett Whitley awaits on deck. He's 0 for 1 with the hit by pitch. Infield plays Tatum the pull. Second baseman Gerardo shaded by the second base bag. 1-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball up and away. And McCarthy Tatum is down on strikes. No runs in the inning on no hits. Fightin's left 2 on base. We're 2/3 the way home from Baseball Town, all tied up at 2 on the Phils Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a
Top 7, 2-2. Should be in for a good ending. And Bob, you're going to bring it to us here. Take it away.
2-2 indeed is our score. Been a great pitching matchup. David Parkinson now in for his 5th inning of work. Again, taking over for Griff McGarry, who got his first start of the season, went 2 innings for the Phils. David Parkinson, who would have been the starting pitcher, but was, instead of being bumped back, just got bumped back into a relief spot, and he has pitched exceptionally well. 5 strikeouts since taking over, including striking out the side in the 6th. And now facing Luis De Los Santos, leading off here in the 7th. And he's in a 1-1 count. De Los Santos 0 for 2 so far on the night. The left-handed pitching Parkinson comes inside ball 2, 2-1. Solo home run last inning by Miguel Geraldo for the Fisher Cats tied this one up. The only blemish so far surrendered by Parkinson. He's given up 2 hits along the way. This one outside, try to get him to chase, and De Los Santos lays off. So the count now 3 balls and a strike to Luis De Los Santos. Just activated off the 7-day injured list for New Hampshire. Fouls away the pitch, and now the count is full. De Los Santos, Orelvis Martinez, and Sebastian Espino due up for Cesar Martin's New Hampshire Fisher Cats. And at 500 on the season, coming in at 14-14. This series even at 1-1 so far. Of course, this is a 6-game homestand for the Fightins. They'll be home until Sunday on Mother's Day. Fireworks Friday night, Saturday night. This one lined foul and out of play down the first baseline. Mother's Day, women receive a pink Our Phils hat. Saw some of those around the ballpark beforehand. And fans also get to run the bases. Tickets do remain. Call 610-370-BALL or online at ourphils.com. 3-2 pitch to the plate. Inside ball 4. First walk Parkinson has surrendered since coming in. And now the Fisher Cats have a leadoff base runner here in the 7th.
It's the start of the 5th inning for Parkinson, who has been really strong tonight, aside from the home run in the 6th. No one throwing up in the Our Phils bullpen yet. There is some stirring and stretching going on down there, but nothing more than that.
Elvis Martinez now will bat, grounded out to third both times tonight as Parkinson misses inside for a ball. Martinez, one of the top prospects in the Blue Jays organization. The number 4 prospect overall. He is on their 40-man roster as well. Hitting at .095 as he stands at the plate. 6 of his 8 hits this season have been extra base hits. 5 of them home runs and a triple. One of those home runs coming in last night's game. In a 6-5 Fightins win. 1 ball and no strikes to him. This one ripped into left field. Wilson will turn and look and say goodbye. Orelvis Martinez on cue with a 2-run home run onto the Seidel Auto Group deck in left field. His 6th home run of the season, and the Fisher Cats lead for the first time at 4-2.
And just a mistake pitch there by Parkinson. Left it up over the plate. Take a look at a replay here, and yeah, that's just right down the chute. And Martinez knew it was a pitch he could drive right away, and he did just that.
RBIs number 18 and 19 for Martinez. That will bring up Sebastian Espino. And we'll see if that doesn't get some people stirring in the Phils bullpen. And Parkinson in his 4th inning of work, and starts Espino with a breaking ball that's over for a called strike. So the Phils had the lead last night and had to try and hold on. Now they'll try and have to come back here as they trail now for the first time in the top half of the 7th inning. 1 pitch is up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Kekai Rios in the on-deck circle for the Cats. Off-speed pitch, and Espino way out in front of it. Now a hit behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now he'll call and ask for time at the plate. This one ripped into right center field, going to be driven back and up and off the top of the beam of the Redner's Event Center. First time we've seen anybody clear the top bricks at that Redner's Event Center, and he hit the top beam above the Redner sign. Sebastian Espino going a long way to right center field, back-to-back home runs.
And that's opposite field power for Espino. Breaking pitch that hung up on the outer half of the plate, and he stays back on it. And, man, that one, it can be deceiving sometimes. You look at somewhere, it looks like it's just a fly ball, and the next thing you know, it's hitting off the top facing of the event center, and it's like, oh, wow, that one was certainly crushed.
That'll bring up Kekai Rios. And just something to think about, because Sebastian Espino was doing a little bit of excessive celebration as he rounded third base, doing a little dance down the third base line. We'll see how the Fightins respond to that. I mean, he had a right to celebrate, don't get me wrong. He hit that ball a long way. But I'll just say that. Now the Fightins bullpen starts to do more than stir. They start to get some arms up.
Keelan Kilgore up and throwing for the Fightin' Phils, the lefty.
Meantime, Parkinson gets ahead of Rios. Now no balls and 2 strikes. So Parkinson was cruising. The long ball has hurt him here in this inning. Back-to-back home runs, a 2-run home run from Morelvis Martinez, and now a solo home run for Sebastian Espino. By the way, that was Espino's first extra base hit of the season and his 5th RBI. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes as Parkinson misses up high. Comes back with his 1-2 pitch. Fouled straight back and out of play. Rios at 263 on the season coming in. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Kekai Rios, born in Hawaii, played his college baseball for the Rainbows. This one fisted towards short. Madison Stokes has it. On the infield pop-up for out number 1 here in the 7th. And I'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Zach Cook.
You got to think here for Parkinson. If he can stay out of trouble the rest of this 7th, it's probably his inning to get out of, just because you get 5 strong innings out of Parkinson. That's big for the bullpen. Last couple of days have been really big for the Fightins bullpen after a really taxing day on Tuesday.
Zach Cook 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch to him, didn't make much of an effort to get out of the way of it. Takes it off the shoulder. That's a hit by pitch for Cook. So he's now a base runner with 1 out here in the 7th. Cook, the left-handed batter, just kind of took the up and in pitch off his front shoulder. And I'll bring up the top of the order. And Stuart Baroa. So there have been 3 Fightins hit in this game, and now the first Fisher Cat hit by a pitch. As Baroa steps in, he's 0 for 3. Change up, and he's way out in front of it. Leo Jimenez had been the leadoff hitter for the Fisher Cats through the first 2 games of the series, but ended up leaving yesterday's game and is now on the 7-day disabled list for New Hampshire. And he was magnificent in that 14-2 opening game win. He was on base all 6 times. And his on-base percentage was up over 400 going into last night's game. This one fouled and out of play off the bat of Stuart Baroa, who had been batting in the 9 spot predominantly when playing for the Fisher Cats and doing a very good job at that. His on-base percentage coming in tonight was at .400 as well, but he's now 0 for 3. He's also got 11 RBIs. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Parkinson tries to get himself out of any further damage. Comes the pickoff attempt, and no problem for Cook to get back. (5-2) Fisher Cats on top half of the 7th. Runner takes off, throw down is not in time. Throw a little bit high. Oliver Dunn will argue his case. He thought he got the tag down in time. The throw down from McDowell was a little bit high, and McDowell had to come down with the tag. And Cook will pick up the stolen base. So now a runner at second and 1 down, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Stuart Baroa. Cook, good side lead off a second, but ball fouled off the foot of Baroa. Looked like it hit him on the back foot, his right foot. He dropped the bat, hobbles away in pain.
Yeah, between guys getting hit by pitches today, fouling balls off them, this series as a whole, guys are just getting beat up all around. Not what you really want to see. Hopefully, Stuart Baroa was okay after that one.
Jimenez, as we said, left last night's game. So too did Johan Rojas, who is not on the disabled list, but not in the lineup tonight. Pitch to plate to Baroa is way inside. Now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three runs already in the inning for the Fisher Cats. A man on second, and Baroa will line this one into the gap in the left center field, and it will roll all the way to the fence. Cook will round third, and he will cruise on in as Stuart Baroa will roll into second base with a stand-up double. It's now 6-2.
Yeah, he's got to think Parkinson running out of gas down there. Fastball velocity down a little bit, leaving stuff out over the plate, not hitting spots as much. Was really strong through 3 1/3, 4 innings, but here comes Al Patrique sensing that Parkinson has ran out of gas tonight.
So that'll be the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen as the Fisher Cats have knocked David Parkinson out of the ballgame. 1 out here in the 7th inning. We'll take a timeout in the Reading Fightin Phil's radio network with the Fisher Cats on top, 6-2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the R Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Left-hander Keelan Kilgore will take over now for the Fightins with a man on second base and 1 out here in the 7th inning. As the Fisher Cats have put 4 runs across, they lead it 6-2. And Miguel Geraldo will be the first to face Kilgore. takes off from second and will steal the base without a throw. Kilgore not even bothering to keep Baroa close, and he steals third base without a problem. With only one out, the pitch to Geraldo was over for a called strike one.
Infield's going to come up now for the Fightin' Phils, down by 4.
Geraldo tied this game up at 2 apiece with a solo home run off of Parkinson in the 6th. Struck out his first 2 plate appearances.
Kilgore last time out had a blown save against Hartford. Overall, 1-1, a 6.75 ERA. This is 9th appearance of the year.
Man on third, 1 down. Pitch to the plate, lifted into right field. Whitley going back. He'll make the catch, but it's plenty deep enough as Baroa will tag and he'll score easily. Be a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Geraldo. It's now a 7-2 lead for the Fisher Cats.
Which closed the line also on Parkinson. 4 1/3, 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned. A walk and 5 strikeouts, but look at the first 3.5 innings he threw. Parkinson looked really good. It's just the last inning and a half that he really struggled with his command.
So now the bases are empty for Damiano Palmigiani. And a weak swing at a breaking ball at his ankles from the left-handed pitching Kilgore to the right-hand hitting Palmigiani. So Kilgore gets ahead of him, no balls and a strike. Palmigiani has not done any damage as of yet. He's 0 for 3 on the night, 2 for 10 now in the series. And I spoke too soon because he crushes one, and that's going to find the deck as well. Palmigiani with great power. He had a home run earlier in this series, and he hits another one tonight. The Fisher Cats are showing the power, and it's coming out in force tonight.
When it rains, it pours. And Damiano Palmigiani just smoked that one. I mean, he just fastball inner half of the plate, opened up the hips, turned on it, and just cranked one down the left field line.
4th home run of the season, his 14th RBI of the season. So again, he's got 3 hits in the series, and 2 of them have left the ballpark. Speaking of which, Will Robertson, who left the ballpark last night, will now bat. He's 2 for 3 on the night. Tripled and scored the first run for the Fisher Cats off of Griff McGarry in the 2nd. Also singled and struck out in his 3 plate appearances. Check swing for a called strike for Kilgore. Back with his 0-1 pitch. Tries to get it a chase, and he does not. Again, you look at the batting averages for this Fisher Cat team, and they certainly don't impress you. But the power is up and down the lineup. 1-1 pitch. Tapped towards first. Carlos De La Cruz has it. He'll take it to the bag by himself, and that will finally bring the inning to an end. But the Fisher Cats bat around, and they put 6 runs across. They break the game open. The Phils have work to do. 7th inning stretch. When we come back to Baseball Town, it's now 8-2, New Hampshire on top.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the R Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R Phils. To the bottom of the seventh we head. The bottom of the seventh inning presented to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Garrett Whitley will lead it off for the Fightins. 9-1-2 doing up for Reading. We now trail it by a score of 8-2. We mentioned New Hampshire is only hitting .224 as a team coming in, but they have had their fair share of long balls. The Fightins, by the way, are leading the Eastern League in hitting, coming in at .268 as a team, and now that's what they're going to have to do, put together some kind of an inning, as they have been limited to 2 runs in this game on a 2-run home run for Oliver Dunn back in the 4th, and that's it. Luis Quinones back out there for his second inning of relief of Adam Kloffenstein, who started for the Fisher Cats. And he's quickly ahead of Whitley. No balls and 2 strikes, up and in on the next. Whitley struck out in the 3rd, hit by pitch in the 5th. And one of 3 different Fightins who have been hit by a pitch tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Whitley. Tried to check his swing and could not. And he's a strikeout victim again here in the 7th, 1 down.
Whitley not too happy with himself after that one.
Second strikeout for Quinones, and that'll bring the top of the order and Madison Stokes to the plate. Stokes 0 for 3 on the Knights, and now 1 for 11 in this series. Madison has seen his batting average drop now below the 300 barrier. And that one's up and in, ball 1. Fisher Cat bullpen quiet right now, so too is Reading's bullpen. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Stokes fouls this one out of play, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Fightin's got 2 runs off of Andrew Bash last night. That's one of the few runs that the Fisher Cats bullpen has given up in quite some time. As Quinones now working in his 2nd inning. And that pitch is up high. It's now 2 balls and a strike to Madison Stokes. Carlos De La Cruz waits in the on-deck circle for the Phils. To 1 pitch. Again, fouled straight back. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quinones winds and delivers. Up high, ball 3, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's what Reading needs to do now. Right now, it's just get some base runners on. You got the meat of the order coming up. So Fisher Cats played some long ball in the top half. 3-2 pitch, driven into center field. Cook going back, still going back to the warning track and makes the catch right in front of the fence. Second time the Phils have taken it to the track and the wall in center field, as Madison Stokes hit it about as far as you can and still make it out here at FirstEnergy Stadium.
It's one of those nights where the barrels are finding the Fisher Cats bats, and the Fightin' Phils, even when they get a barrel, it's either staying in the park, hanging up there, or going right to a fielder.
And I'll bring up Carlos De La Cruz, who's the one who hit the other one that took Zach Cook to the warning track his last time up. He's now 0 for 3, was safe on an error in the 3rd. One of 3 errors in this game by the Fisher Cats. And the first pitch to De La Cruz is a curveball that he takes for a strike. This one ripped but foul and into the grandstands down the 3rd base line. Carlos with a 7-game hitting streak coming in. 0 for 3 so far tonight. Chases one way up high. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. The Phils go in order in the 7th. We are through 7 in baseball town. It's the New Hampshire Fisher Cats 8, the Reading Fightin' Phils 2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
To the top of the 8th, we turn. Keelan Kilgore still on the mound for the Fightin' Phils. And right now, his job is to try to hold the Fisher Cats at bay and hope that the Fightins can get the bats stirring. Reading with just one hit on the night, and it was a 2-run home run for Oliver Dunn. As the Fisher Cats will send Luis De Los Santos to the plate. De Los Santos got last inning started as the Fisher Cats batted around. Couple home runs, one by the man in the on-deck circle. Elvis Martinez got it started. Followed that up by a home run with Sebastian Espino. And then a third home run in the inning for Damiano Palmigiani. Swing and a miss here to De Los Santos. The count now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Chases on a pitch outside. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fisher Cats starting to get some movement in the bullpen. Quinones went 2 innings. You would assume that his work is done. Keelan Kilgore, the left-hander. Tries to get him a chase again. This time, De Los Santos lays off, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kilgore grew up in Wichita, Kansas, played his college baseball at Wichita State. 17th round draft pick of the Phillies in 2018. Lefty deals and dribbled foul and out of play. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-2 pitch. Over for a called strike 3. That's out number 1 here. First strikeout for Kilgore. He's coming in and taking over for David Parkinson. Again, Griff McGarry got the start tonight. That was the good news. Brought some royalty to the house. Dave Dombrowski, president of baseball operations for the Philadelphia Phillies organization, here to see Griff McGarry get his start. McGarry went 2 innings, gave up a hit, a run, walked 1, struck out 2. David Parkinson came on to take over from that spot forward. Parkinson was moving along pretty smoothly until running into trouble in that 7th inning. Kilgore comes in to eventually end the inning and now faces Elvis Martinez, who, as I mentioned, hit a 2-run home run his last time up. Big swing there, and he comes up empty, now behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. This one ripped into left center field. Going back is Kroon, back to the wall. He'll look up, and Martinez has done it again as he pounds that one off the scoreboard in left center field. Elvis Martinez has left the yard for a 2nd time tonight. And now his 7th home run of the season. Tremendous power for Martinez. Does not get cheated on a swing, and he got all that one. Now it's a 9-2 Fisher Cat lead. And that will bring to the plate Sebastian Espino. Espino hit one up and off the top of the Redner's Event Center his last time up. And takes this one up high for a ball. And that one hit him right in the leg. I just had a feeling that was coming. As I mentioned, when Espino came around the bases, did he get out of the way of that? I guess he did. I guess it missed him. I thought it hit him in the leg. As Espino came around third base after hitting that long home run, he did a little dance down to third baseline with his teammates in the dugout. And I thought perhaps there might be some retribution for that, but he got out of the way of the pitch. Now it's 3-0 to Espino. He misses way up high, ball 4. So he misses on 4 straight to Espino. So with 1 out, he's now a runner at first base. K-Kai Rios now will bat.
Christian Hernandez up and throwing in the Fightin's bullpen too. At this point, if you're Reading, here comes Brad Bergerson, pitching coach, just to settle down Keelan Kilgore and also probably give Hernandez a couple of extra moments to get some more pitches in. But yeah, at this point for Reading, like it was on Tuesday, just get to the finish line with as few arms as possible.
So the long ball has been the story tonight. Tuesday in the 14-2 loss. It was walks that were a big piece of the puzzle and the one-sided win for the Fisher Cats. Fisher Cats certainly had their fair share of hits when it was all said and done, but the walks were certainly something that jumped out at you with 11 walks and eventually 13 hits for New Hampshire. They put up 14 runs. Now in a 9-2 game, Fisher Cats have hit 4 more home runs in this one. And 1 out here in the 8th for K-Kai Rios. First pitch to him is over for a called strike. And Rios, born in Hawaii, played his college baseball for the University of Hawaii. Was originally drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers in 2018. Swings and misses at this one, and he's now behind no balls and 2 strikes. He was waived by the Brewers in December of 2021 and claimed by the Dodgers. And then 1 year later, waived by the Dodgers and claimed by the Blue Jays. So last year playing in the Dodgers organization, played at High A Great Lakes and 2A AA Tulsa. Most of that season played at High A Great Lakes, 68 games in total. Takes this one for a called strike 3. Rios didn't think so, but he's rung up for out number 2 here in the 8th. Second strikeout now for Kilgore. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Zach Cook. Cook hit by a pitch and came around to score his last time up. First pitch, breaking ball and a good one. A slider that catches the outside corner for a called strike 1 to Cook. Cook 1 for 3 on the night. Hitting at just 146 as he stands in. Tries to get him to chase a pitch a little bit further outside that time, and he lays off. So the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sebastian Espino, the runner at first base. 2 down, top half of the 8th inning. What was a pitcher's duel was busted open by the Fisher Cats with a 6 spot in the top half of the 7th. They lead it 9-2. Again, tries to get in a chase and misses outside on a second straight pitch. And now the count is 2 balls and a strike to Zach Cook. That one's over for a called strike 2. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Like Adrian Hernandez is loosening up in the Fisher Cat bullpen. Swing and a miss, struck him out to end the 8th, but more damage by the Fisher Cats on the Martinez home run, the lone hit of the inning as well. 7.5 in the books, and it's now the Fisher Cats 9, the Fightins 2.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
Bottom half of the 8th inning. Fightins have 6 outs left and need 7 runs to get themselves back in this one. They trail 9-2. New pitcher for the Fisher Cats will be right-hander Adrian Hernandez. He'll face Drew Ellis, Ethan Wilson, and Matthew Kroon due up for Reading here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Matt Seelinger also warming up for Reading, so might see him in the 9th get his 2023 Fightins debut.
Ellis on the night, 0 for 3. Safe on an error his last time up. Checks his swing, but it hit his bat, so it's a foul ball. Adrian Hernandez, 23 years of age, another top prospect in the arms in the Blue Jays organization, the number 23 prospect overall. 0-1 pitch is inside ball. One ball and 1 strike. Unusual in the sense that he is 5'8" and a pitcher, but he's got pretty good fastball and a very good changeup. Comes up and in with that, and it's up high. It's 2 balls and a strike. Last year at AAA Buffalo, he pitched in 31 games, all out of the bullpen, 3-0 with a 4.96 earned run average, 32 2/3 innings, 44 strikeouts, and just 16 walks. This one ripped back through the box, and Drew Ellis will greet him with a single. Just the second hit for the Phils, but he's a leadoff base runner here in the 8th.
Yeah, very quiet night offensively for the Fightin' Phils, but Ellis able to get on base. He keeps swinging a hot bat as well. And now Ethan Wilson up to the plate. But look, down by 7, just have to go 1 at bat at a time. You can't win this game with 1 swing. For Ellis now, that's 3 straight games of a hit, 5 straight games reaching. I got another hot bat in Ethan Wilson, who's looking for his first hit of the night.
0 for 3 as he stands in. Dribbled in front of the base. The only one who's got to play is the pitcher. He'll make the throw, and it's not in time. The throw from Hernandez actually apparently pulled Palmigiani off the bag. First base umpire Ethan Gorshak made the motion as if he was off the bag. Regardless, Wilson is safe, and I believe that'll be a base hit.
Yeah, from here it was pretty clear that first baseman Palmigiani was off the bag. I mean, valiant effort by the pitcher Adrian Hernandez, but not really much you can do there. It's a well-placed ball by Ethan Wilson, and Hernandez had a tough play, and it does officially go down as a base hit, so Wilson now on base via hit for the first time, and Fightin's got a couple on. See if they can at least get a crooked number up on the board.
That'll bring up Matthew Kroon. 0 for 3 as well tonight. Was safe on an error ahead of the Oliver Dunn home run, who's in the on-deck circle. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch, and there's the changeup, and Kroon's way out in front of it. A 1 pitch lifted into center field. Cook going back. And in front of the warning track, he'll make the catch. Drew Ellis will tag, and he'll move up on the fly ball. So he does move a runner. Wilson has to stay put on the fly ball out from Matthew Kroon. One down here in the 8th.
Yeah, productive at bat there from Kroon. Obviously, in a 1 or 2 run game, it more substantial, but down by 7. But still, look, like Al Padrique said before, you can't win the game in 1 at bat with 1 swing of the bat. So, even though you're down by 7 right now, still have to have productive at bats because that stuff carries over to tomorrow and the next day and after that.
Man who's responsible for the Fightin's offense so far, Oliver Dunn to the plate. 2-run home run back in the 4th. The first pitch to him is way up high, ball 1. Dunn's 2nd home run of the season. RBIs number 12 and 13 at the time. As he hit one off the face of the Redner's Event Center in right center field. 1st and 3rd, 1 down, bottom half of the 8th. This one at the letters for a called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Oliver Dunn. Dunn originally from Salt Lake City, Utah. Drafted initially by the New York Yankees back in 2019. Out of the University of Utah. Pitch to him is again up high. He was released by the Yankees in September. Signed by the Phillies as a free agent in the offseason. Played last year at both Somerset at AA and Scranton at AAA. Teammate of Max McDowell, who's in the on-deck circle. It's Scranton last year. This one over again at the letters, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Oliver Dunn.
Somerset, where the Fightins actually go next week, Tuesday through Sunday, at the Somerset Patriots in upstate New Jersey. Well, about a 2-hour bus ride from here.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Dunn. Swing and a miss at the changeup, comes up empty. And that'll be the out number 2 here in the 8th.
Yeah, nice job by Hernandez settling in after giving up a couple of base hits. One on a hard hit ball by Ellis, the other on that weakly hit ball from Ethan Wilson, but he's settled in nicely.
As Jake said, the Fightins will be on the road next week, beginning on Tuesday at Somerset, back home to begin a series against Harrisburg on Tuesday, May 23rd. That'll be another 11 a.m. start game. Let's begin the series, another education day. 75 buses worth of students here to begin this series on Tuesday morning. Max McDowell bats now with 2 outs, and again, trying to time up that changeup, comes up empty on a swing and a miss.
Pretty sure the one on the 23rd is actually the more popular one, too, so I think we might 5,000 kids might see even more than that next Tuesday when Harrisburg's in town on the 23rd.
Runner takes off, and the ball bounces to the backstop. Ellis started to come home, now puts on the brakes and comes back. So Ethan Wilson moves up to second. He was off on the pitch. The ball bounced past Rios and all the way to the backstop, and Drew Ellis at third started to break for home and then put on the brakes and came back.
Yeah, it's we saw the same thing last night too, where ball just, it's that padding behind home plate. It's very strong, so just ball, if it hits in the right spot, will just shoot right back.
So it's now 1 ball and 1 strike to McDowell, and of course you're down by 7 runs. The last thing you want to do is run yourself out of the inning. So when it's all said and done, from Drew Ellis' standpoint, that's the right play. The last thing you need to do is get tagged out at home and end the inning.
Exactly. There's no reason. You got to just trust your guys in the lineup to get some hits, to score runs, because you're not, one guy being a hero, quote unquote, is not going to win or lose the baseball game at this point.
Discussion on the mound between Luis De Los Santos, the shortstop, Kekai Rios, the catcher, and the pitcher Adrian Hernandez. Facing Max McDowell with a 1 ball, 1 strike with runners at second and third now in 2 outs. Ripped towards short, backhanded by De Los Santos. Long throw across the diamond, and it's right on the money. Fine play by Luis De Los Santos, takes a hit and a couple RBIs away from Max McDowell, and that'll do it for the Phils in the 8th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 2, 8 complete. Fisher Cats 9, Fightins 2.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phil's Fan Road Trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phil's fans, see an Our Phil's road game, meet with an Our Phil's player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phil's road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phil's in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phil's player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phil's fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phil's game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at ourphillies.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
The new man on the mound for the Fightin' Phils is the new man in the bullpen for the Fightin' Phils. That's 28-year-old right-handed pitcher Matt Seelinger. He'll take over for Reading here in the top half of the ninth inning.
Seelinger, who's making his first appearance of the year last year between Reading and Lehigh Valley, most of the time in Reading. 47 games, 2 starts, 3-2, 3.38 ERA. He struck out 79 batters over 64 innings pitched, allowed just 52 hits. So reliable arm for Reading last year, and they hope to get the same out of Seelinger again in 2023.
He will face the top of the order, and Stuart Burrow, a switch hitter who now turns and bats left-handed for the first time tonight. Actually, the second time tonight. He's batted left-handed against McGarry, and then batted right-handed against McGarry, and then left-handed against. I got it backwards. He batted. Good thing he knows which side to bat on. He batted left-handed against right-handed pitching Griff McGarry, and then batted right-handed against Parkinson and Kilgore, and now bats left-handed again against Seelinger, the right-handed pitcher. This one ripped right at Carlos De La Cruz for out number 1 in the ninth. Carlos makes the grab knee high. And that'll bring up Miguel Geraldo. Geraldo 1 for 3 on the night. Solo home run in the 6th, and a sacrifice fly and an RBI in the 7th. So he's knocked in 2 on the night, 8 now on the season.
Troy Watson up and throwing for New Hampshire, so might see him in the 9th.
Pitch from Seelinger way up high, off the mitt of Max McDowell. Seelinger originally from Westbury, New York. 2017 28th round draft pick of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Was traded to Tampa Bay in 2018 and traded to the Giants in 2019. Last year pitched at both Reading and Lehigh Valley, predominantly here in Reading. 45 games he appeared for the Fightins a year ago before the call up at the end of the season to Lehigh Valley. 2-0 pitch is way up high again to Geraldo, and it's now 3 balls and no strikes to Miguel Geraldo. Also did make a couple of starts, 1 here in Reading and 1 in Lehigh Valley. And he misses this one up high again, ball 4. So he gives up a pass to Geraldo, missing on 4 straight pitches.
Seelinger just looking to settle in here after he got Burrow to line out. Like you said, walked Geraldo on 4 straight pitches. So now he gets the start of this order. Palmigiani, who homered his last time up. Certainly a tough matchup here. Maybe see if Seelinger can roll a ground ball.
First pitch, way outside, ball 1. 87 on the slider away. As Jake said, Palmigiani hit one into the Seidel Auto Group deck his last time up. His 4th home run of the season, 2nd of the series. Tries to check his swing here. They'll appeal and say he did indeed check. So Palmigiani 1 for 4 on the night. Five home runs hit tonight for the Cats. And this one's over for a called strike 1. Strike 1, 2 balls and a strike. again up high. It's now 3-1.
Yeah, Sealinger struggling with his release point a little bit, missing most of those balls up. Has to settle things down here. Slow down. Let's get a feel for those mechanics back.
3-1 pitch. Over at the letters for a called strike 2. Palmigiani thinking it was high. Started to make a step towards first base. So the count now full. Runner at first, 1 down, top half of the 9th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's out number 2. So he gets Palmigiani to chase one outside the strike zone. And I'll bring up Will Robertson.
That's a good off speed there, working off that fastball from Sealinger. That has some good pop to it tonight. Just working on trying to stay in the zone with it. But nice off speed there. Now he attacks one of the better hitters on this team in Robertson.
2 for 4 in the night. Tripled and scored in the second. Also singled in the 4th. A strikeout and a ground out to go along with it. Beats this one foul and out of play. With his 2 for 4 tonight, Robertson has reached above the Mendoza line. First time we were able to get that one in tonight. It's been a
first 2 days it was nonstop.
Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. If you look at these batting averages for New Hampshire, a lot of guys who are well below the Mendoza line. Wouldn't know it by the way they've hit in this series. Again, it's been a heavy dose of long ball for the Fisher Cats. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Will Robertson. Left-handed hitter. Sealinger from the stretch, delivers, inside again. Now it's 2-1.
Last fastball from Sealinger at 98. So it's another one of those arms that can definitely be a late inning reliever for the Phils. If he can throw strikes because he's got the velocity.
Comes to the plate here. Misses again. Now the count is 3 balls and a strike to Robertson. Robertson at New Hampshire for the 2nd straight season. 12 home runs a year ago for the Fisher Cats. This one fouled out of play. There's 2 hits today. He's got 14 hits on the season, with one of those being a triple. 10 of his 14 hits have been extra base hits. Triple tonight, and a home run last night. And he misses again inside, and he walks his second batter. So Robertson is now at first base. Geraldo will move up to second with 2 down.
Shortstop Luis De Los Santos.
Yeah, tried to go back to that off-speed pitch. Missed it a little bit inside. No action in the Phils bullpen. There is a little bit of stretching, but it's like Tyler McKay cleaning off the mound, but I don't think that it's going to come of anything. I think this is Matt Sealinger's inning to finish up.
Luis De Los Santos now will bat. Big swing by him, comes up empty. De Los Santos 0 for 3 on the night. He did walk and score a run in that 6-run 7th inning for the Fisher Cats. A 1 pitch, swing and a foul out of play. So he does get ahead now of De Los Santos. No balls and 2 strikes.
Thank you, Safety Ed.
Two on, 2 outs, top half of the 9th. Matt Sealinger from the stretch, delivers. Bounces it up there, good block by McDowell. Make sure nobody can move up. Phils and Fisher Cats back at it tomorrow night, 6:45. Los Luchadores tomorrow night. Reading Keystones uniforms on a throwback Thursday tonight for Reading. 6:45 game time tomorrow. That one bounces up there, but De Los Santos swung at it and missed it, and that'll end the 9th for the Fisher Cats. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. Last chance for the Fightins. They got a ton of work to do. We come back to Baseball Town. It's a 9-2 score in favor of New Hampshire. Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
New pitcher on the mound for the Fisher Cats will be Troy Watson. More on him in a minute. Jimmy G's Railroad House Sports Bar and Restaurant in Sinking Spring is a family-friendly neighborhood sports bar and award-winning restaurant serving the Berks County area for many years. Come catch a game on the 26-inch high-definition televisions and come try delicious food and drink menu. Relax and enjoy an evening at the Railroad House. Conveniently located at 152 Woodrow Avenue in Sinking Spring. Jimmy G's Railroad House, proud Reading Fightin Phil's team feed partner. Bottom half of the ninth inning, 9-2 Fisher Cats lead it. And the Fightins will send up McCarthy, Tatum, Garrett Whitley, and Madison Stokes due up to bat here in the ninth facing Watson. First pitch to McCarthy, Tatum. Checks his swing, and it's a ball. McCarthy, a rough night tonight. Ground out and a couple of strikeouts. One-0 pitch to him. Tapped, foul, and out of play. Fouls the 1-1 pitch back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Watson, 25-year-old right-hander. Originally from Gunter, Texas. 15th round draft pick of the Blue Jays in 2018. Comes with his 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And McCarthy Tatum's struggles continue. He's a strikeout victim in the first out here in the ninth.
Yeah, just blew a fastball by him at 98. Tatum couldn't catch up to it. 3 strikeouts tonight. Also for McCarthy Tatum, his struggles at the plate continue. Tatum, 3 strikeouts. Season high is 4, so sits below that mark. And here's Garrett Whitley,
who struck out twice himself and also was hit by a pitch. First pitch to him is up high for a ball. Troy Watson last year, his season spanned 3 levels. Started the season with the rookie league team in Clearwater, or Dunedin to be more specific.
Well, geography, it's not too far off.
Pretty
it's
much
5 minutes down the road.
Pretty much the same city. He only pitched four starts there, and then went to Dunedin. It's the single A affiliate, and pitched in 3 games there, and then finished the season here in New Hampshire. And this one he throws for a called strike. Pitched in just 1 game in 2021, and that's why he was limited in pitches in 22 as well with arm injury issues. Throws this one past Whitley at 97 on the radar gun. So he's now got the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Whitley will call time. This one's up at the letters. Whitley didn't think it was, but the home plate umpire, Tyler Whitley, will ring him up. And back-to-back strikeouts for the Fightins here in the ninth.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's late in the game, 7-run game, expanded strike zone. And I think Whitley probably says that to Whitty, like, hey, like, you know, I'm still trying to get my hits here. Like, I don't care that it's a 7-run game. Like, you know, give me the same zone you gave me in the first.
That'll bring up Madison Stokes. Last chance now for the Phils with 2 outs here in the ninth. And the pitch to Stokes is outside. Stokes now carrying an 0 for 4 as he comes to the plate. Now just 1 for 12 in this series. Scribbled down the first baseline and actually took a bounce into fair territory. Palmigiani will pick it up and step on the bag. And that is a fitting end to this baseball game that goes the way of the Fisher Cats, as Palmigiani will take care of it by himself, and the Phils go in order in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. And the game is going to the Fisher Cats by a final score of 9-2. We'll take a timeout, back with our postgame show when we return on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. You good? Welcome to our postgame show where the Reading Fightin' Phils fall to the New Hampshire Fisher Cats by a final score of 9-2. This started out, believe it or not, based upon the way the score ended. Didn't look that way, but it started out as a pitcher's duel between Adam Kloffenstein on the mound for the Fisher Cats and Griff McGarry, making his 2023 debut here with the Reading Fightin' Phils after being on the injured list to start the season. And McGarry pitched pretty well, ultimately giving up just 1 run, and it was the first run of the game for the Fisher Cats in the second. Will Robertson led it off with a triple in the second off the facing of the Redners Event Center and getting to third base and then coming home on a harmless ground ball to Luis De Los Santos to put the Fisher Cats on top by a score of 2-1. Reading took the lead back in the fourth, started by an error on second baseman Miguel Geraldo off the bat of Matthew Kroon, and then Oliver Dunn made them pay for it as he hit one a little bit higher off the facing of the Redners Event Center and hit his second home run of the season, and that put the Phils on top by a score of 2-1. And that was just the beginning of the long ball parade, but unfortunately the rest of that parade belonged to the Fisher Cats as New Hampshire erupted in the seventh inning. And it started with, first it was a home run in the sixth by Miguel Geraldo. That tied the game up at 2 apiece. And it was in the seventh when the Fisher Cats exploded. They batted around in the inning. They put 6 runs across. They hit 3 home runs in the inning. First, a 2-run home run by Arelvis Martinez. And then Sebastian Espino followed by hitting one on the top of the Redners Event Center. The highest we've seen anybody hit one off of any of the signage. He actually hit it above the Redners and hit the top arcing beam on the top of that facing in right center field for the solo home run. And the Fisher Cats were not done as they ended up putting together a little bit more offense. Zach Cook was hit by a pitch, and Stuart Baroa doubled him home. And then he moved to third base on a steal. Then Miguel Geraldo plated him with a sacrifice fly. And then Damiano Palmigiano finished the onslaught with a solo home run, his 4th of the season, to put a 6-spot up for the Fisher Cats and put them in command of this baseball game with an 8-2 lead. And then New Hampshire added one more, and they did it on one more home run. And that was a second home run of the night by Arelvis Martinez. So he ends up with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs on the night. So it was the long ball that was the difference in this game, and it was indeed the Fisher Cats who provided the power in this one. And they will take the W. They'll take the lead now in the series. 2 wins, 2 Reddings, 1. Luis Quinones will get the win in relief of Klopfenstein. He's now 3-0 on the season. David Parkinson, who came on in relief of Griff McGarry. Again, McGarry started the first 2, was scheduled to go just the 2 innings. And then Parkinson was going to take over, and he did. And Parkinson pitched really well until he just kind of ran out of gas in that 7th inning. And the Fisher Cats made him pay for it, and he will take the loss. He falls to 0-2. New Hampshire with 9 runs on 7 hits. They committed 3 errors, and they left 5 men on base. Reading with just 2 runs on 3 hits. They did not commit an error. They left 8 men on base. The Fightin's just not able to take enough advantage of some of the defensive lapses for the Fisher Cats. And again, the long ball, the difference maker on the scoreboard in favor of New Hampshire. So the Fightins and the Cats back at it tomorrow night here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 6:45 will be our start time. Gates, the Tompkins Plaza will open up at 5 o'clock. The Seating Bowl opens up at 6. Hope to see you. The weather looks great. And the pitching matchup for tomorrow night is a good one. 2 of the top prospects in the respective organizations for the Phils and the Blue Jays. Mick Abel will get the ball for Al Padrique tomorrow night. Sem Robersa will get the ball for the Fisher Cats. He is the number 7 prospect in the Toronto organization, and the Mick Abel, of course, is the number 2 prospect in the Phils organization as well. In front of one of the big cheeses in the organization, maybe the biggest cheese in the organization, Dave Dombrowski in the house tonight, president of baseball operations for the Philadelphia Phillies here, and watching baseball along with 4,030 paid customers at the gate here at the stadium. So great crowd on hand and a beautiful night for baseball, but unfortunately it goes the wrong way for the home team as they fall now to 11-18 on the season. New Hampshire stays above 500 or goes back above 500 now with their win. They are 15-14. So that will do it for our broadcast. Again, the Fightins fall to the Fisher Cats by a final score of 9-2. Same 2 teams back at it again tomorrow night at 6:45. If you cannot make it out here, we'll have the call of the game for you again. We'll be live on Tompkins Plaza with our Mike's Sandwich Shop pregame show at around 5:15 or so, and hopefully we'll have a special guest with you as well. Thanks to Taylor Lehman, left-handed relief pitcher for the Phils, who joined us on our pregame show tonight, and I had a great conversation with him. For my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. As always, thank you for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. Hope you'll do so again tomorrow night. Better yet, we hope to see you here at the ballpark. Thanks for listening, everyone, and have yourselves a great night.